Yo, what's happening, everybody, man? What's happening, man? Listen, we doing a little. I mean, I guess this is considered a late night live for the boy, man. Y'all know I usually go live at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time, but guess what, man? We in the building tonight, man. What does it matter? I don't have nothing else better to do but to kick it with y'all. You feel me? Which there ain't a lot of things better than that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But man, first of all, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's tapping in, man. Y'all make sure that like button, man. Shout out my boy Bob in the building, man. He said, I'll give up Kirk Cousins. Hey, what's up, JV in the building, man? Cheese Empire. Appreciate you tapping in, man. You know what I mean? I heard the Rams might cut Ramsey. Hey, look, this is my question, man. Hey, Jason, what's happening? What's happening, man? Ain't nothing better. This about to be lit, man. We just gonna crank it up a little bit. We got Purple Haze in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Boy, Jason, what's happening? Listen, I just gotta ask this, man. Shout out David in the building, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me for a little while tonight, because I just gotta talk about this, man. This just bothers me, right? So my question is this, bruh. Like, why aren't we allowed to have elite players, or when we see elite players like Jalen Ramsey, for example, why aren't we eligible? You know what I mean? Like, you know what? You know what I hear from a lot of Vikings fans is we don't have the money and this, that, and that. Well, guess what? We need to figure out how to get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to figure out how to get it then, because there's other teams. The Rams did it when they won the Super Bowl. The Eagles did it last year. Like, where are they getting the money from? Like, they got more money than us or something? Like, we need to make it happen. You feel me? Now, whether that's getting rid of Kirk, so we can start having more money, we need to do something, because I don't like settling for these C-list free agents and these B-list free agents. It's all good and dandy, you know what I mean? Because TJ Hawkinson, we got him. But like, when you see a player like Jalen Ramsey, I'm willing to give up my 23rd pick. Why? Because I don't think there's a guy at the 23rd pick in the first round of this year's draft that would equal what Jalen Ramsey can bring to our squad. And just keep it real. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm just keep it real. We know that the moment if we were to get Jalen Ramsey, hypothetically speaking, one side of the football field is already deleted. Like, straight, it's deleted. It's over with. Like, for real. Let's keep it real, man. One side of the football field is already done with. Like, that's his. You know what I'm saying? So whether that's the left side or the right side, it don't matter. It's his from that day on. And shit, that sound good to me. He's 28, Bob. He's 28. And look, he's 28, which isn't, and that's the thing. Like, if we're okay with keeping Patrick Peterson, then we have to be okay with getting a player like Jalen Ramsey. Like, if we're talking about age, if we're gonna talk about age, because hey, Patrick Peterson, still shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Had a great season last year, still balled at a level, but he's not Jalen Ramsey. That's a fact. He's not. You know, that's a fact. He's not Jalen. He is not Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just like I just want these good players, man. Like, the Vikings fan and me, y'all already know, man. Shit. I see a good player come available, man. Hey, listen, the Vikings should get him. Like, they should try. You know what I mean? Like, that's the name of the game. Like, who don't want all the best players? Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Who don't want all the best? I want all the best players. Like, straight, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, RAP want all the good players. Like, who wouldn't? Like, as Vikings fans, y'all should feel the same way. Like, I want all of them. Like, I'm greedy. Let me get all of them. You know what I mean? For real. I love him, man. That boy Jalen Ramsey's definitely going. He a savage. Now look, and I'm gonna tell you what. I can see him going somewhere like the Cincinnati Bengals or something. Why? Because they're gonna go all in. They're gonna go all in. And the thing is this: yes, they have a quarterback on a rookie contract. They get the benefit from that. So my thing is this: this is another thing about Kirk, right? We extend Kirk for 3 years, pay him. You know what I mean? Because I know there's talks about Daniel Jones about to get his contract of 45 million, and if we don't extend Kirk before then, the market. Listen, the Giants can do what they want. If they choose to pay Daniel Jones 45 million, that's them. That ain't got nothing to do with our quarterback. Like, look here, that ain't got nothing to do with Kirk. Like, let them pay him 45. You know what I'm saying? That's their stupidity. That's their stupidity. We ain't about to suffer from that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we extend Kirk. You know, this is the reason why we can't go all in on players like Jalen Ramsey. You know what I mean? Because we keep giving this guy these freaking big contract extensions. Like we can't do that. You can't keep kicking the can down the road, man. Eventually, you gonna have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like we need a couple years to be able to build, and we can't build when we paying that boy like that. You know, like I'm ready to win now. Keep it real. Other teams find ways to make it work. Why can't we? No, that'd be my biggest question, David. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be like my biggest question. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy because every other teams can do it, and then it's just like when it comes to us, it's we don't have enough money. Like are we like the Section 8 team or something in the NFL? Like are we poor or something? Like I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't get it, man. Are we poor, or did we just have a bunch of bad contracts? Because it seems like every time a player is available, it's like, oh, we can't afford them. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's crazy? Is last year they thought we wouldn't have been able to afford TJ Hawkinson until we got him. Nope. TJ Hawkinson was available. Hey, boy, ain't no way the Vikings can get TJ Hawkinson. He's gonna cost too much. And then guess what? He put on a Viking jersey. That's why I said, like, don't get me wrong, the cap is there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like the cap also can be manipulated. Like it just is what it is, man. It gets manipulated every single year, and it's going to continue to get manipulated. It's there to break the rules. It's just, I said this in a video before. The cap is just like taxes, man. It has loopholes, and if you know how to take advantage, hey, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, Rob, he's always usually pretty good with the cap. But then again, on the flip side, it's almost like, is he though? Because every time a good player comes, we can't afford him all of a sudden. You know what I mean? But I think we can afford I think we can afford them. You know what I'm saying? What it is you can extend, you can give them a signing bonus, extend it. Fuck it, kick the can down the road. We kick the can down the road for everybody else. Like my thing is this, man, that pisses me off. And I don't want to turn this into another curb stomping of Kirk Cousins, but it will, because y'all know how RAP go. Like it will. You know what I mean? And if it does, oh well. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. Like, why are we okay with keeping extending an average guy? You know what I mean? But when there is an elite player, actually elite player, man, I feel like this about Dalvin Cook too. Like when there's actually an elite player, we're quick to just, we don't need him no more. You know what I mean? Like get him up out of there. Like, bro, like, are we trying to win a super? Like the name of the game is to have the most best players you can have. You know what I mean? Like that's how football works, bro. Like I'm telling you, that's how football works. For the ones who don't know, that's how football works. Like you are trying to get the most best players you can get to have the best team in the NFL. Straight up. It's like, nah, we can't afford Jalen Ramsey. Let's just settle for Cameron Sutton. Don't get me wrong. I like Cameron Sutton too. But I'm saying, like, okay, well, you're gonna half step. Okay, well, we're gonna get half step results. All right, until the year comes when we're like, fuck it, we're going all in. That's when we're gonna win our Super Bowl, fellas. That's when we're gonna win our Super Bowl. Think about it. The Rams did it. They won a Super Bowl. The Bucks did it. They won a Super Bowl. I mean, the Eagles did it last year. They didn't win the Super Bowl because Mahomes did them dirty, but still, yeah, they went to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And you can even say that the Chiefs did it after they lost to the Bucks, because what happened? They allowed Patrick Mahomes to get sacked over and over again and so much pressure. What they do the following year? They went out and got the top free agent from the New England Patriots, man. Thuney, whatever his name is, the top guard, free agent guard. Oh, they can't afford him because they paid Patrick Mahomes $500 million until he wore a Chiefs jersey. Until he wore a Chiefs jersey. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't sit there. That's why I don't sit there and follow up the cap as much. Like, yes, I know it exists. I'm not blind to the fact that it exists, but I also know that if a player wants to play for an organization and a team wants a player, they will make it happen. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We always gotta sit back and hunt for the Cameron Suttons and stuff while everybody else get the shot for Jalen Ramsey's. Man, hell nah. Man, hell nah. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that. You know what I'm saying? I want Jalen Ramsey. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, tell me how y'all feel, right? Like Do y'all think he's worth the 23rd pick? Right, keep it real. Let me hear it in the chat, man. Do y'all think that Jalen Ramsey is worth the 23rd pick? That's what I want to know. Let me know. Because I do. I'm going to keep it real with you. I do. Like, what player are we going to get at 23 that's going to be better than Jalen Ramsey within the next 2 years? Like because we have picks from last year that haven't even played yet. Y'all high on Andrew Booth and all that. And guess what? The chances of us picking a cornerback is very high. So we're gonna probably get another defensive back at the 23rd pick, but yet we wouldn't get Jalen Ramsey. Like, come on, man. I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Y'all know RAP just trying to be real with it, man. Like, I'm just trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? No, someone on a rookie deal. I'd rather trade down for more picks. Nah, this is the thing, George. Like, I feel you. Like, so this is the thing, George. Like, there's going to be two groups of people in this conversation. There's the groups of people that believe that, our window's open and we can go win a championship within the next 2 years. Or there's a group of people that say, all right, no, I don't want that. Because why? Because our Super Bowl window is closed until we get rid of Kirk and all this. So there's no need to even take that chance on Jalen Ramsey. Like, what side are you either that side or you're the other side. There's no in between. You know what I mean? So the reason why I would go for Jalen Ramsey, you want to know why? Because I feel like, okay, we got Brian Flores. We got some pieces on the defense other than Jalen Ramsey if we were to get him. And shit, I feel like he would give us a chance to make a good run. Like he would. We won 13 games last season with our boy Kirk Cousins. So shit, why not? You know what I mean? Adding Jalen Ramsey, bruh, is I think like there's certain people that only watch the Vikings, which is fire. You know what I mean? Because I used to be like that too, but now I pay attention to more of the league the past couple of years. And I'm gonna tell you, like Jalen Ramsey, bro, do you realize the significance of adding somebody like Jalen Ramsey, bro? Like straight up. Like this man literally changes your team instantly, bro. Instantly. You know what I'm saying? And whoever he goes to play for is gonna change instantly. At least the defense is. He gonna do his part. That's all I say. Like last year, the Rams, they were trash, you feel me? But he did his part, though. He was still ranked the 4th highest graded cornerback in the league. Oh, I mean, shit. Like, what more you want? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think Vikings window is closed and locked. Okay. All right. Well, hey, let's see. Go get that man now. Don't play with it. The NFC is weak outside of the East. Hey, facts. It's my boy right here too, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy, man. Washington Commanders. Me and him did a show together, man. Shout out my guy, man. I'm trading Cleveland and a 4th for Ramsey. Okay. So to be real though, like Jason, I don't know if they're gonna take a 4th for Ramsey though. Like Ramsey is valuable, bro. Like I don't know if they're gonna take a 4th. I'm gonna keep it real. What going on, my boy? What's happening, man? Appreciate you tapping in tonight. I don't know if they're gonna take a 4th for Ramsey, bro. I just think Ramsey. Damn. What's up, Day? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get this link real quick. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna take a 4th. I'm gonna just keep it real. Our boy too nice for that. Come on, that boy gonna dead. The Rams gonna be like a 4th. For a 4th for the one of the top 3 best cornerbacks in the NFL, a 4th. I don't know about that, Jason. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Now they might take a 2nd or something with a player, like a player swap. You know what I mean? They might do that. I could see them doing that. But I don't think they're gonna take no 4th. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. Because that's too low, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, like, and that's another thing about us Vikings fans, man. Listen, we got to stop trying to look for these bargains. Listen, you have to pay for quality, man. That's anything. Like, can you go get a Mercedes-Benz for Honda price, bro? Can you go to the Mercedes-Benz lot and try to ride out with a 2023 and say, hey, look, but I only want to give you $30,000 for it because the Hondas down the street are only $30,000? Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. We be scared to spend money and scared to take chances. Like we just got to take the chance. It just is what it is, man. We just got to take the chance. It's not that hard. Like, and it's the thing. It ain't even our money. Ain't even our money. You know what I'm saying? So why should we give a damn anyways? Like we should want them, we should want our organization that we spend money with to support them buying jerseys, going to the games. Like we should want them to use our money the right way. Like we should want them to use our money the right way. Like go all in. You know what I mean? Dalvin for Ramsey. Shit, I'll do that. And y'all know how I feel about Dalvin. I'll do that. You know what I mean? But I think it's more with the Rams. It's more of a money thing. So they wouldn't even be able to pay Dalvin. They can't pay Ramsey. So that's why I think they're moving off of Ramsey for the most part. Like they probably could, but they would have to do a bunch of shit to pay Ramsey's. But you know what I mean? Like, hey, but I would definitely be like, yeah, if they willing to take Dalvin Cook, absolutely. 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 F those picks and F that cap. For real. Hey, look, and you look at the Rams. Do you think their fan base is mad though that they had a bad season last season? Absolutely not. Why? Because they just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Like, or 2 years, yeah, 2 years ago. Like, it's not that big of a deal to them. Like, I'm willing, as a Vikings fan, bro, like, I'm willing to go 2 years of being trashed to say that, hey, we won a Super Bowl in 2023. Like, straight up. Like, I'm willing to do that, bro. Like, I really am. Like, and if, hey, look, we've been waiting this long. All of y'all, all the Vikings fans in the building, y'all should be feeling the same way. Like, the name of the game is get the ring, bro. So we can finally say, shit, we got a Super Bowl. What y'all talking about? You know, because that's the only argument people use on us. Because believe it or not, we're one of the most winning franchises in the NFL. We just ain't got no ring. You know what I mean, we just need to, we need to put the icing on the cake, man. Like for real, we need to put the icing on the cake. Straight up. Oh shit, hold on real quick, man. We just need to put the icing on the damn cake. We gotta send something out real quick. But man, I appreciate y'all tapping in with the boy tonight. Justin Day want to come in and talk his shit. We gonna add somebody in so I can argue with a motherfucker, just in case. You know what I mean? Y'all know your boy. You know your boy quick to argue now. Straight up. What's up, Coach Dante in the building, man? What's happening? What's happening, my boy? Shout out my boy in the building. Y'all in here tonight, man. Shit, I ain't think y'all been gonna rock with the boy. What's up? What's up, Bill? Bill in the building. He said Cameron Dantzler in a second. Yeah, like shit, like that. That's what I'm saying. Like that sound decent to me. You know what I'm saying? That sound decent. That sound decent to me. Yes, sir. Time for the Vikings. Uh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds decent to me. I'll do that. I'll do Cameron Dancer in a second. You know. Dante talk about, you know what I'm saying? We got Day in the building, man. You know, I was just popping my shit too. I was getting on a roll too, boy.
Yeah, you on a roll arguing against yourself is what you doing, which is funny as hell.
I ain't arguing against my damn self.
Yes, you are. First you talking about it's not our money to spend, so who cares?
It ain't. So
and then you want to say, why do we always got to go bargain bin shopping? Because we've been spending money crazy. We don't got no money, but who cares? We don't got money. Let's just spend some more.
Yeah, we got to.
You like the spouse. I'm going to be gender neutral here. I'm not going to say the husband or the wife. You're the spouse who says we're already 50 grand in credit card debt, so who cares if we're 80 grand in credit card debt? We 24 million over the salary cap, and you want to add 17 million. So instead of being 24 million over the cap, let's just be 41 million over the cap.
Exactly.
Let me be clear.
Because what's more important, the salary cap or Super Bowl? What's more important?
Let me be clear. I'm just pointing out the ridiculousness. Let me be clear. I'm with you. I'm with you about getting Jalen Ramsey on this team. So for anybody who thought that I was going to come on here and say we shouldn't do it, that ain't going to happen. Yeah. You and I, it's funny. We both put out our videos like within 5 minutes of each other. And the only I agree with 95% of what you're saying. You just
don't agree with the first round pick.
Exactly. You don't give up a first round pick with how many holes this team has, with how much ridiculous. Part of the reason they're at where they're at is here's all the reasons we're at where we're at. up until we signed Kirk Cousins, and let me be clear, I'm not making this about Kirk. We had 2.5 hours on Kirk. We're not going to get on Kirk tonight. Okay. You all want some Kirk talk?
We might.
But my point is this: up until they signed him, the Vikings always had salary cap space. They were very good about spending their money wisely and in the right places. And for the last 5 years, they signed Kirk, they signed Dalvin Cook to an extension, they signed Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, Thielen and Diggs before they traded him, Harrison Smith. Then they've just made move after move after move where all we're doing is re-signing our guys and we're putting ourselves up against the salary cap. So in 2020, Kirk needed a 2-year extension because we needed to free up some salary cap space because we started the offseason 15 million over the salary cap. The year after that, they were 18 million over the salary cap. Then they were 21 million over the salary cap. This year, they're 24 million over the salary cap because they've made the same short-sighted bargain bin moves where they're giving out void years and just extending guys and kicking the can down the road. That's why they're in the position they're in. Now, to your point, is there a way to make it work to get Jalen Ramsey?
Man, all this salary cap money should make my head hurt talking about it. I really.
Well, that's part of the reason why you're just saying let's do it without no. I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to be funny, but whatever. You're the one spouse in the relationship that just wants to keep on spending money. This is what Rap said in our chat.
I just want to win, man. Like
I want to win too.
I just want to win.
Okay, I said I would trade. I would start out with a 4th round pick and a 2nd round pick next year. Or if they, we could do something. But when you only have 5 draft picks, you don't have your 2nd. You can't give your 1st and then have your
Why
first
not?
pick. Your 1st pick is in the 3rd round with this team with this many holes on Thursday.
But you got to remember, Jalen Ramsey is literally going to fill like 3 holes that you would have on defense, bro.
No,
like we're talking about a Hall of Fame, a future Hall of Fame cornerback. Like, come on, man.
Rap. If we were having this discussion, like we were going to call Cincinnati and offer up our 1st and our 3rd.
All right, so let me ask you this: Who would you pick? Who would you pick with the 23rd pick this year?
I'm not taking a cornerback. I ain't taking.
All right, so who would you take? Who would you take?
I would take a wide receiver, or I would try and trade down.
So you but you also do feel like we're not in win now, right? You don't feel like we're not for a long.
We can delude ourselves into thinking we're in win now, and I've accepted that the Vikings have deluded themselves into thinking we're win now, but we're not win now. We all said it on Thursday when we were talking. We know that we're probably not winning no Super Bowl next year. We all said that. We've all accepted that. We hope we're wrong. We hope that somehow, some way, Flores works a miracle, that Kirk somehow works a miracle and finds another level, but we're not holding our breath that Flores can be a miracle worker. And we're not holding our breath that Kirk Cousins is going to find another level. So no, I've been in that since actually I've been in there since the end of 2019. When they lost to San Francisco, I said the window's closed then. And what have we done for 3 years? We've tried to keep that window forced open, and it got us 7-9, 8-9. And then this year we were 13-4 because we had a lot of 1-score wins. But let's call it for what it is. No, they're not in the Super Bowl window. Now, doesn't matter what you and I think. The Vikings think they're in a Super Bowl window, and they're going to keep doing it. Absolutely. My only point here.
Well, if they think they're in a Super Bowl window, they'll go get Jalen Ramsey.
Yes, not at the expense of a 1st round pick.
That's what a championship team does. You know what I'm saying?
That's what a team that thinks it's a championship team and thinks they're one piece away does. When we all know they're not one piece away. That's the only part of this we don't agree on. Is I would absolutely give up my 3rd would be the most I would do, or a 4th and a 2nd.
Yeah, but the thing is that's not realistic though. Because Jalen Ramsey is like one of the best cornerback in the league. That's like saying Kansas City will trade you Patrick Mahomes for a 3rd round pick. Like it's not realistic.
Jalen Ramsey's nowhere close to Patrick Mahomes.
He's a Patrick Mahomes in his position. In his position, he is.
That's like who's the best kicker in the league? Tucker.
Yeah, that's like giving up a 4th round pick for Tucker.
No. If you're going to say that Jalen Ramsey is the Patrick Mahomes of quarterbacks, okay, let's trade a 1st round pick for Justin Tucker because he's the Patrick Mahomes of kickers.
Yeah, but we don't need a kicker. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the point.
We need a cornerback.
If you want to say it's unrealistic that we could get him for not giving up our 1st round pick, that's a debatable point that I'm not saying you're totally wrong on. I don't necessarily agree. I think you can. But to say what's equally as delusional or unrealistic is to think that Jalen Ramsey for our 1st round pick is going to solve 3 of our 7 problems, because it's not.
Well, he'll definitely be better than whoever we get in the 1st round.
Absolutely.
I can guarantee you that.
Point. That isn't the point.
he would instantly be like he would instantly cut off one
He'd
half
be our
of the
number
field.
one corner. It's not even close.
He would instantly one half of the field would instantly be cut off right away. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
But or we can draft a guy and he probably might not even play. You know what I'm saying? Might not even play next year. So I mean, that's why when I look at it like that, it's like, okay, like what's the point? Like, and coming from you said you would draft a center in the first round.
Okay, you know I was being dumb about it. You know,
no, you were for real. You were for real. You like
the
your
first
boy.
thing I said was
like
I would love
boy.
it to be that center from Minnesota, but I also know that that's unrealistic. That's me saying, okay, I'm being dumb. They're not going to take a center at 23. They could trade back from 23 to say 29 or 30.
Let's just say they did take a center. Then would it make you feel like, well, damn, we should have just gave up our first round pick for Jalen Ramsey instead. We spent it on a center. Like last year we spent it on a safety. Like, because I wouldn't be surprised, man. It seems like
they're not going to take a center at 23. They're going to take a wide receiver. They're going to take a defensive lineman. They're going to take a linebacker. You know, all them videos you've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for example, that wide receiver, even though he's not the best wide receiver, I love that Tank dude. I would love for the Vikings somehow, some way to be able to trade back once or twice to get into the top of the second round and accumulate some other things and either get John Michael Schmitz at the top of the second round or Tank Dell Williams. Tank Dell, what's the guy's name? Tank. I'm just calling him Tank.
Yeah,
Tank Dell. Yeah. The Tank Dell at like pick 40, absolutely, I'm cool with that. They're not going to take a center at 23. They're not. They better not.
They better not.
I agree.
Yeah, they better. I mean, not. even though, that dude is good, but going center in the first, going safety in your first draft, and then going center in your second draft, bro, you're gonna piss off a lot of Vikings fans.
All I'm saying is this: you said, well, what if they took a cornerback? Then you'd be saying, Jay, I wish they would have just taken Jalen Ramsey, right?
Exactly.
What if a team trades for Jalen Ramsey for a third round pick? What are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, dang,
but I know that's not going to happen.
Huh?
I know that's not going to happen for Jalen Ramsey.
He's not going to get
value, bro. Like, do you
You're
understand who Jalen Ramsey is? Like, you must don't know who Jalen Ramsey is.
I know who Jalen Ramsey is. I wanted the Vikings to trade a first round pick.
You know, Jalen Ramsey has been like the best cornerback in the NFL for the past 5 years, like the best.
That doesn't mean you give up your first round pick for him. That doesn't mean you give up.
How not? I don't understand that. How are you the best player at your position in the whole entire NFL, but you're not worth a first round pick? I don't get that. How not?
Like I said, Justin Tucker's not worth a first round pick. He's the best player in his position.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a kicker and a defensive back, man.
There is a difference. Okay, obviously Justin Jefferson's the best wide receiver. He would command more than one first round pick. Patrick Mahomes would garner more than one first round pick. Right. Who's the best left tackle in the league? They might get a first round pick. They might get a high second. If it's not quarterback, wide receiver, even if the best in the league, if it was Jalen Ramsey 3 years ago, it would be a first round pick because that's what the Rams gave up for him 3 years ago. And I'll reiterate, I wanted the Vikings to make that move.
He's still been playing at a high level, though. He ain't digressed. That's the problem.
Okay,
he hasn't digressed.
The reason the Rams want to get rid of him is because he's got $17 million due to him next season, and the Rams cannot afford that. A team knows that the Rams are trying to get rid of him because they cannot afford him. Teams know you don't have to offer up a first-round pick for that guy. It doesn't matter if he's one of the top three at his position. If a team knows that this team is desperate to get rid of this player, not because he's not any good anymore, but because they can't afford him, why in the world am I going to offer up my first-round pick? They're not going to.
A smart team will. A smart team, a team that wants to win, a team that feels like they're going to get him, and he's
okay.
Win,
I'll play along with you on that. If there was a team, if the like let's say the Buffalo Bills said, "I'm gonna give a first round pick because we think we are that close." The Vikings are not in the same position as the Buffalo or Cincinnati or Philadelphia or San Francisco. Dallas might, but then again, Dallas also's got like the 27 pick or something like that.
I could see Dallas. Yeah, like Dallas. I could see Dallas giving their 27th pick. Easy for.
But that would still be overpaying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, Rap, is this. I want Jalen
Ramsey. That's an opinion. That's an opinion you have. I ain't gonna lie, saying that's overpaying for Jalen Ramsey. That's a little bit of opinion. That's definitely an opinion.
Tell you what, we'll do another live when Jalen Ramsey gets traded. And if he gets traded for a third or a fourth round pick, he'll say, all right, I guess I was way over offering what I needed to. Now, yes, I will agree. I will absolutely agree with you. Let's say another team not named the Vikings gets Jalen Ramsey for a third round pick. And the Vikings said,
bro, Jalen Ramsey is going for a first round. He's going for a first round pick, probably.
I don't think he will.
You want to do a friendly $5 cash app bet on it?
Friendly $5.
All right, we'll do a
If I
friendly
lose,
$5.
I'll just do. If I lose, I'll do a super chat to you because I don't even need to do it. I don't need to do it. If I win, you can just buy me a beer when you get up here next year when we go out to a game.
All right, cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I predict.
Hold
on. So I predict first round, and then if anything else, you win. So I only got one chance. You got a couple chances.
Well, like I said, if I would do the highest I would go for a single pick this year is a 3rd round pick. If it was like a 4th round pick and like a 2nd round pick next year, yeah, I'll do that. But I'm just saying right now with where this team is at, what you said in the chat was you can't expect to buy a Mercedes-Benz and try to pay the price for a Honda for it.
Right.
Okay.
You can't. Yeah.
Here's what I'm trying to say to you, to use your analogy. This house that we are living in has so many problems in it. It's got leaky pipes all over the place, water running in the kitchen. You got ants running up and down the ceilings. You got rats running in the basement.
But do it though. Do it.
Yes, you got
the
holes
offense.
In the roof.
I mean, the offense is top 10. Right?
We don't believe in the quarterback, do we?
We don't, but I'm just saying, but the stats say the offense is top 10, but then our defense, bro, when you add a player, what I'm saying is if you add a player like Jalen Ramsey,
you think it's
bro, what I'm saying is if you add a player like Jalen Ramsey, yeah, that's a big deal, bro. That's what I'm saying. That is a big deal. You know what I mean? That's absolutely a big deal. Like that shit really fixes a lot. When you got the best cornerback playing on your team, absolutely, because it cuts the field in half. You know what I'm saying?
I agree that I think Jalen Ramsey would massively upgrade this defense. I agree that Jalen
Ramsey
would do that. I just think that
there would be a lot of sacks. There would be that it would even help with the rush because there would be a lot of coverage sacks happening. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I guess the only thing we really disagree on is I think that a 1st round pick is too high, and I think that
that's it. You want him. You want Ramsey. So everybody in the chat to understand, we both want Ramsey.
Yes.
They just is more like he's not willing to give up the 1st, which I am. You know what I mean? Right. Like, because I'm more like I want to go all in. You know what I'm saying? Which and both, none of us are wrong or right. It's just a different opinion, really. We both understand that Ramsey is a good player. Now you kind of undervaluing him a little bit, thinking that he's only worth a 4th or 3rd round pick.
No, I'm saying, listen, when you go into a negotiation, you don't offer up your best offer first. You start low and you work your way. When you put it out there, I would give up my 1st round pick. There's nowhere to go up from there. You're giving your best offer right off the bat. And all I'm saying is, yeah, I'm starting lower on it. I mean, for anybody that hasn't watched my video and your video, when this live is over, go watch both of them, and you'll say, okay, Rap is just like throwing money, and Justin's like being fiscally conservative. They both want the same thing.
Yeah. Shout out Payo, man. This is coming from a Rams. Hey, Payo. What value do you think Jalen Ramsey is, man?
Now
Payo,
you got to be honest too.
Let us know, Payo, man.
Payo's gonna say he should be getting 2 1st round.
Let us know, Payo, man. Hey, this coming from the Ramley family, man. Shout out my guy Payo, man. You know what I mean?
But to your question about have you guys talked about how Ramsey wants a new contract, I did say that in my video, which, okay, the short version of it is that I said I would find a way to do it. And yes, it is going to take a little bit of salary cap gymnastics, just like they're going to have to do that regardless of whether they get this guy or not. Is there a way to do it where you re-sign him? He's got 3 years left on his deal and you sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal and give him some signing bonus money? Sure. There's ways to do it. All I'm saying is, you have too many things to fix, and you only have so many draft picks, and you don't have a whole lot of salary cap space. You can't throw everything at that guy. I'm saying you got to find a way to get him and do it judiciously enough to where you can still fix the rest of the issues. Otherwise, getting the guy and fixing nothing else, what does that really get you? That's really the crux of the discussion.
Den says, nah, I'm out due to age and contract. My thing is this. My thing is this, though. He's 28 years old, but we're okay with Patrick Peterson, though. Like that's what I don't get. Like so we don't want a 28-year-old that's the top 3 cornerback in the whole NFL, but we're okay with like extending Patrick.
No, dude will be 29 in October, and that's not.
And it's like, yeah, we're okay with Patrick Peterson because he's cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, let's stop going the cheap route.
Jalen Ramsey be 17 million next year, and Patrick Peterson probably be about 7 or 8. I mean, the 9 difference for that many.
And there's going to be a 9 difference of play, if you ask me.
There'll be more than 9.
You got to pay for your services, man. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for. It just is what it is. You get what you pay. You get what you pay for, man. That's the only thing that I'm really trying to put out there is like, yo, like, I mean, we talk about these good players and they cost too much. Like you have to pay for it, man. Like it's just is what it is, man. Like these guys get paid, man. They get paid, especially when they put in years and they've been grinding their whole life. Like, why should he have to take a bargain if he's the most elite cornerback in the NFL? Like, I don't get that. That's crazy.
It's not about him taking a bargain. It's about finding a way to get the Rams are desperate to get rid of him. All these good things you're saying about him, why would the Rams want to get rid of that guy then?
I'd rather hold on.
They're
Let's
desperate.
see. Payo said, "I rather Ramsey stay with the Rams." To be clear, absolutely. I mean, who wouldn't?
I'm sure you would.
Saying? Like,
I feel you.
He says, "I think it's a first and a third." That's what he realistically a first and a third.
I don't think it's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to be that much at all.
I think it is. I think it's absolutely going to be a first and something for sure. They probably would do a play or two. Like if you, why do all this for 2 years? I mean, and that's the thing. That's the thing that, like, listen, that's why I say there's two groups in this conversation. There's groups that think the Vikings are going to win every year, and they think next year is no different. Like, where the window's still open, we can go win. If you feel like that, then Jalen Ramsey is the type of guy that you should be agreeing with going to get Ramsey. Now, if you're a guy that's saying, no, we got too many holes, we got to build, we still got a couple more years for we can really get there, we need to figure out the quarterback, then I can agree. You know, why do it? You know what I mean? Like, why do it? I wouldn't. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I would not do it.
Let me say this. I'm all in. If I knew the Vikings would actually go this route, and I already know that they're not going to go this route, so that's why I don't even bother talking about it anymore. What they should do, if they were smart, and like you said earlier, don't be afraid to be bad for a year or two, so that in 2 years you can start spending money like a drunken sailor on good players when you've gotten rid of all of your older players, your bloated contracts. If it was up to me, I'd get rid of Thielen, I'd get rid of Kendricks. I'd get rid of Cousins. I'd get rid of Cook. I say, you know what? We're not needing to go full Chicago Bears on it and just be total trash like they were last year. But I would take 1 year and I would just get rid of all the old players. I would take all the dead cap hits on this year's salary cap. And then in 2024, you say, all right, now we're going to come back around. Yeah. And in 2024, we probably have another 7-10, 8-9 season.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if the Vikings go 8-9 this year and we spent all this money and did all this and didn't make all of these rebuilding moves? What did we get out of it? Nothing. But at the same time, the Vikings are not going to do that. The Wilfs are not the type of owners that are willing to take a step back. They have proven that over the last 18 years that they refuse to embrace that they might have to take a step back for a year or two. So yes, to your point about those who think that this window is closed and it doesn't make sense for Ramsey, then it doesn't make sense for any of these older players. But we already know the Vikings ain't going down that road. So I'm with you. Because the Vikings have
I'm gonna have faith in Kwesi. I'm gonna have faith in Kwesi, man. I'm gonna say he's different, man. I'm gonna say
how much different can you really be if your boss is still the same boss? If your boss tells you
they need to let my boy cook, man.
If your boss tells you, I want you to win and I want to win a Super Bowl, but you're not going to ever be allowed.
That's when you because I'm the type of person, like, if my boss was to tell me something like that, but I know like what he wanting to do has never worked. I'm gonna sit him down in the office. I'm gonna say, listen, all right, sit down right there and let's have a conversation. You want to win? You want to win? You want to win right now? That's what you want to do? You want to win the next couple years? Okay, let's look at the trajectory of the league. Let's look at the past 4 teams that won the Super Bowl. Let's see what they all have in common. What they all have in common. They all went all in and got all the best players, because that's how football works. It's whatever team gets the most good players, unless you have a couple players like Patrick Mahomes and shit, and you got a really good coach, like a Hall of Fame coach like Ed Reed. But besides that, whatever team has the best player, I mean, the Eagles, they just had the most complete roster. They just had the best players. Like, that's why they made it as far as they made it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the math is simple, man. It really is. You know what I mean? Like, they had the best wide receivers. They had the best defensive backs. Mm-hmm. And then if he says no, then he don't want to win then. And it answers the question. Okay, so you don't want to win. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? Because you have to look at the trends, man. Like, the trend, I'm big on just following the trends, and it's obvious what teams are winning the Super Bowl every year. Like, they all do damn near the same thing in free agency, man. They go big or go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what the Eagles did when they got rushed on over 150 yards. They went and signed Sue and freaking Linval Joseph. They went and got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. and at a defensive back. They went and got James Bradbury. I mean, shit, they went and got damn near an all-star team, bro. They got damn near an all-star team.
And why did they? Why were they able to do that, Rap? Why?
Probably the rookie contract on the quarterback. But that's why I'm saying too, we need to get rid. That's why I say, like, that's one thing I don't agree with SK when he's saying we should extend Kurt 3 more years. Listen to this, because I thought about this, right? And there's a couple people that feel like 3 more years for Kirk is good enough, right? And I'm thinking about this, right? Let's just say hypothetically, right? We extend Kurt for 3 more years, right? Let's say we do take a chance on a rookie in next year's draft, right? But Kirk's still with the team. Let's say Kirk just sprains his ankle and has to be out for 3 weeks. Or let's just say 4 or 5 weeks, right? Let's say something happens. We know he's durable, but let's just say it. You know, I don't wish this on him because I don't wish injury on nobody. As much as I don't agree with Kirk, I never hope that he gets hurt. But still, hypothetically speaking tonight, right? Let's say this rookie comes in and wins 5 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? But we still have Kirk under two more seasons, 3 more seasons, getting paid $30 million a year. Or 35 or whatever people agree with, right? But this rookie comes in and wins 5 games in a row. He's just knocked us off our feet. Like, damn, we got our guy. What position are we in at that point? You know, we're not benching Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I don't agree with the extending Kirk, because I feel like you extend him. If something does happen to him where he does happen to go down for a couple weeks and a rookie steps in and a rookie starts balling out, it's like that rookie is going to be a waste, because now people are going to be calling for Kirk's job. It's just going to be a mess. So that's why I feel like you just need to cut ties. Like, just let him finish out his contract. You know what I mean? And then start moving towards the future. Like, there's no need to drag him along for 3 more years because you think you can win 8 or 9 games with Kirk Cousins automatic. No, it just makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So that's why.
I totally agree.
You know?
So what's up, Grandizer? Thanks for joining us.
What's happening, Grandizer, man? Appreciate you, man.
All right, so let me circle back to a couple points that you made here.
Yeah.
So you started off by saying if you were the GM, if you were, you said you have faith in Kwesi, right? And you would sit him down and say, this is what I would say to these guys. Okay, great. And when they say back to you, yeah, that's not how we do things here. Let me give you Exhibit A as to why that's not realistic either. Ryan Poles came and interviewed with this team, and they didn't give him a job, and then he went to Chicago and he tore it down. You want to know why? Yeah. Because Ryan Poles did exactly what you said. He said, Ziggy, Mark, your other brother, kind of like the third Manning brother, and everybody knows Peyton and Eli. They don't know Cooper. Okay, the third Wilf brother. Right. You need to take a step back. You need to realize that you are spinning your wheels. That's why they didn't hire him. It's because Ryan Poles told them exactly what you just said. He told them what they needed to hear, and they said, to heck with you. We ain't hiring you. We're going to hire somebody else who's going to do what we want them to do. So I don't necessarily disagree with not having faith in Kwesi. The only thing I'm saying is you can have all the faith in Kwesi we want, but if they're still getting the edict from the owners that this is how we do things and we're not taking a step back, it don't matter how much faith we have. If that's
but you know what? But we can't keep throwing that out there only because, and I don't say that like you can feel like that, and obviously we know that, but to support our Vikings fans, the ones of us that have hope, like if we use that narrative, we're pretty much saying like, hey guys, just know as long as the Wilfs on this team, will never win a Super Bowl. Like that's just.
I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying
because they'll never take risks.
They're never. Here, the simplest way to say it is this: they want to win a Super Bowl. They absolutely do. They are football fans. They have spent bucket loads of money on this team, on these facilities. Winter Park was garbage before they built TCO. So I don't want anybody come at me and say, well, you think the Wilfs are bad owners. No, what I'm saying is their mindset is our first priority is to not be bad. Our second priority is to win a Super Bowl. And you know what? That's a very good business model. That's a very good model for never having a team that's going to be bad for 5 straight years. It's also a good business model to limit your ability to be a great team to win a Super Bowl. That's why they love Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is going to win you 7 games no matter what, unless he gets hurt. Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback, as we said the other day, and we said a million times. He's a very good quarterback. He's just not a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Man, who the hell want Kirk Cousins as a quarterback, man? I don't get that shit.
Somebody who wants to guarantee.
Who the hell wants this guy, man? Like,
somebody who wants to guarantee that they will always have at least 7 wins, which means come December 24th on Christmas weekend, the Vikings are still in the hunt.
Like, what does 7 wins do for me? It don't do nothing for me. That shit don't get me hard.
I'm agreeing with you.
To you. That shit do not get me hard, man.
Now to your next point. See, that's the fun thing.
Hold
We
on,
make
let
them
me
up
make
pretty
sure.
fast.
Let me make sure I'm reading the chat, man. We got
Yeah.
25 people in the building, man.
Yeah,
Make
what's
sure
up, everybody? Thanks
hit
for
that like
joining.
button, man. Y'all hit that like button, man. Me and Dave, we rocking out on a Saturday, man. Appreciate my boy coming and kicking it with me tonight, man. Because I was gonna roll solo, and you know when I go solo, I get reckless. I start talking crazy. You know what I mean? So I need Dave sometimes to bring me back down and start with his capology. This man got his master's in capology. You know what I'm saying? He got his master's in capology. Like, not me. I don't give a damn about the cap. Ain't my damn money, man. Spend that motherfucker. You know what I'm
Like I
saying?
said, you're the one in the relationship who's like, I don't
Yeah,
care for
spend
50
it.
grand in debt. Just spend
Spend it.
20
I mean,
grand
shit,
more.
the USA as America, we're already like how many trillion in debt? Fuck it. Just spend it. You know what I mean? We'll pay it. We'll pay it when we pay it. Straight up. We'll pay it when we pay it, goddamn it. Kick the can all the way down the road, goddamn. I don't
All
give
I'm
a
saying,
damn.
but to
Keep
the
kicking that
original point,
motherfucker.
maybe it is unreal. Maybe I am undervaluing Jalen Ramsey.
Well, you absolutely are. It ain't maybe, you are.
Maybe I think that the
Just
desperation
admit when
factor.
you're wrong. No, I'm just
maybe I think the desperation factor, the fact that the Rams have put it out there that they're shopping him, is them telling the league we can't afford to keep this guy. So maybe I
think they
hard.
could. I think they could afford them if they were to make moves, but I just don't. I think they're just going a different direction. I think they're going full rebuild. That's what I believe.
All I'm saying is for a guy who's going to be 29 years old, who's owed $17 million.
But you want to know what's crazy though, Dave? You want to know what's crazy though? Is what they did a couple years ago. They did exactly what they sought out to do. You know what I mean? They went all in when they went for Matthew Stafford and Jalen Ramsey, and they gave Aaron Donald a super. Yeah, they traded all their picks away and all that for all these star veterans, like semi-veterans, you know, still in their prime, and they did what they sought out to do. They won a Super Bowl. Now they can give a fuck less. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, shit, let's rebuild. Shit,
we won a Super Bowl. You did watch my video, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? I said, by the way, not a single player in the Rams organization, not a single Rams fan is upset that they're tearing their stuff down because they got their Super Bowl. They do not care, and they would all 10 out of 10, 1 million out of 1 million would do it again if it meant you had this 2-year window where you won a Super Bowl and then you were garbage. If we won a Super Bowl, we could be garbage for 10 years and I wouldn't say a word. After 15 years, I'd start saying something. But as an organization and as a fan base, where we've never in our lifetimes, we've never even seen the Vikings go to a Super Bowl. Exactly. I mean, how much trash would we be talking? How much popping tags would we be doing if we just got to the Super Bowl, much less won one? I don't care. If it was one Super Bowl and we didn't win one for the rest of my life, I'm cool. I'd be sasatisfied with that. So yeah, the Rams, they don't care. They do not care.
He said, Purple Haze said trade Kirk for Darnold and a CB.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. And I think Aaron Donald on his last couple of years, you know what I mean? Like, I think he's gonna retire at any moment. He might play one more year. Like, he done did what he did. Like, my boy ready to go spend time with his family. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I'm with you.
He 1 foot in, 1 foot out already after they won the Super Bowl. So I don't trust that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Ramsey still wants to ball. You know what I mean? That's why I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Ramsey still wants the ball for at least another 4 years, I would say, at tops, probably. You know what I'm saying? 28, maybe another 4 years at most. Maybe Vikings need Lamar Jackson. We touched on that. I mean, I would be okay with it, but now that money, that's something that realistically, I know that we can't have him and Kirk at the same damn time, obviously. You know what I mean?
Well, you mean him and Kirk, him and JJ, you mean?
Yeah, or him and JJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've reached your limit to where you even say, okay, now we can't afford that.
We can't afford that, but 17 million though, like that's a small number, man. We're talking about 50 million, and JJ's possibly gonna get
35.
35. So that I can wrap my head around. You know what I mean? But when I hear players are only owed, 15 million, 17 million, I'm like, yo, that's such a drop in the butt. Like, you can make that happen. You know what I mean? I just feel like you can make that, especially with all the extensions you can do and the signing bonuses.
But that's how they've gotten all the loopholes in the first place. All these loopholes you're talking about, that's why they're so far under in the first place.
I know.
It's because that's what they've been doing for the last 5 years with mediocre players.
So hold on, man. Real quick. Let me shout out my boy Tuiva the Hope with the super chat.
What's up, Tuiva?
Shout out Tuiva the Hope with the super chat, man. Appreciate my guy, man. Hey, you right on time, baby. But yeah, go ahead, Dave. Continue, man.
Two ebook be cracking me up.
Yeah.
I ain't selling. I ain't giving away the jersey of my
He won
favorite
he
player
won
of
his
all time.
Randall. He won his
It,
Randall jersey, man.
it ain't happening. What's up, McAndrews? Thanks for joining us, yo. Hey, there's a couple of chats in here I wanted to address. So KK Taylor said Denver wants Cousins. No, they don't.
Yeah.
So they want to get
No.
rid of Wilson, but that isn't going to happen. But KK Taylor said it, and Sarah said it as well, talking about the old Cousins to San Francisco. First off,
Yeah.
when this live is over, go to my channel and find my fourth video down where it says, "Does Trey Lance to Cousins for Trey Lance make sense?" And I broke that whole thing down. I would do that deal in a minute.
Yeah.
San Francisco should
What's
do
up,
that deal,
McAndrews?
but they're
Appreciate
not
you.
going to. The Vikings are not going to get rid of. Let me put it to you like this: the Vikings, the Wilfs are so scared of being bad. The Chicago Bears could call the Vikings right now and say, "We will give you the #1 overall pick and our next 2 first-round picks for Kirk Cousins," and the Wilfs would say no to that.
Man, I would stop
That's
being
how
a
much
Vikings fan. Bro, like
that's
if
how
that came,
much they love Kirk
I'm
Cousins.
gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Y'all know I love the Vikings to death, bro. Like
Yes.
I bleed, bro. If that news came out and something like that really, I would literally stop being a Vikings fan.
I mean,
I would literally stop being a Vikings fan.
I'm slightly exaggerating, but I'm not exaggerating by much. They love Kirk Cousins, and they don't want to take the risk of taking a step backwards. Any quarterback you bring into this team next year, if you were to trade away Kirk Cousins, whether it's for Trey Lance or whether it's for just a bunch of draft picks and you draft Anthony Richardson or somebody else in this draft, no matter who the Vikings have on this roster next year, if it's not named Kirk Cousins, the Vikings would take a step back, and the Wills will avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth. Now, would I do Jalen Ramsey? Yeah, I just wouldn't do him for a first. You got too many other things to fix. I'm not going to buy a Mercedes-Benz when I got water leaking in my kitchen. That's my point. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You got to take that.
Bob said Rat must have been taught the new math. Yeah, man. I went to a school called Stall High School, man. Y'all look it up, man. South Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, I went to a badass school, man. Listen, we ain't get taught our math. Our math was horrible, bro. I had to get out the mud. You know what I mean? Like I almost damn near had to teach myself math. So you know what?
That's why you got
all I know how to do is count. All I know how to do is count the money, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's why you brought the math and accounting guy on your channel tonight, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. That's why I brought the capologist on. You know what I mean? He got his master's degree. He's gonna let us know, you know, what we can spend, what we're allowed to do. You know
now, let me be clear about this, though. Let me be clear. If the Vikings did trade their first-round pick for Jalen Ramsey, I'm not going to be upset by it.
Oh, I know you ain't. And nobody in the chat. And this is the thing. You know what else is crazy? Not only you wouldn't be upset about it, Dave. Everybody that's a Vikings fan is going to be lit about it, even though you might disagree right now because it's hypothetical and we're talking about it. But if the ticker came across and said Jalen Ramsey has signed with the Minnesota Vikings, Twitter and everything else is going to go crazy. Like, oh, we going to the Super Bowl now. We got Jalen Ramsey.
I ain't going to go that far.
He's that big of an impact, though, is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of fans would be very optimistic. Like, they would be excited as hell. Like, it would go crazy because he's that big of an impact. You know what I mean? So
go back to the spouse analogy.
Like we went crazy when we got TJ Hawkinson, which yes, he's a good tight end, but it's like you would have thought we got fucking Tony Gonzalez. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
To use the spouse analogy, yeah, I'm the spouse that says we can't be spending money like drunken sailors. And then you come home and find out that your girl said, well, guess what? I know you said it was a bad idea, but I still got the Benz. So why don't you take the first drive? All right, let me drive this Benz. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think that you're going to be able to. That severely cripples your ability to make any other improvements because you'd have to spend that first round pick and you'd have to make the bunch of salary cap moves to where now you're spending a good 70% of your assets just for one player. That's really what it boils down to. But anyway, let's move on.
Maybe keeping Cousins and getting Henry for 3 years. What do you mean? Like Henry? You talking about the running back Henry?
You're not talking about Derrick Henry, are you?
Yeah, you're not talking about Derrick Henry. Because he's going to be worth all the money in the world, and plus we're leaning more towards a passing team, so that would not be a good fit.
Unless you're talking about somebody.
First of all, with the word "keep" in front of Cousins, absolutely not. Like that right there.
Not on this show.
You using the wrong 2 words. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, KK. We rock with you. We love you to death. We love you to death over here.
Hit that sub button and
guess what? We're gonna have a meeting about this. We're gonna have a meeting about this, man. Like, listen, we have. KK, make sure you keep tapping in because we have family meetings about Kirk Cousins. When you see the thumbnail with Kirk Cousins on, make sure you are at the family meeting, okay? Because we're going to talk about that. But tonight, I just wanted to kind of throw, but you know, Kirk always gets talked about because he's our quarterback, man. every fan base is going to talk about their quarterback other than the Chiefs because they don't got to talk about their quarterback. All they can say is, boy, we got the best quarterback in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. That if you're a Chiefs fan and you don't like Patrick Mahomes, you just don't like black people or something, or you just got a problem with him personally. You know what I mean? Like you don't like it for some other personal reasons because there ain't no way. You know what I mean? Like that's a fact. That boy,
there is zero chance that they would get Henry. Zero, less than zero.
Henry.
That's not happening.
We're a past team, waste of money to get Henry. Yeah, facts.
I agree.
That's a fact, man.
Let me be clear. It's not that we absolutely hate Cousins. We just don't think he can win a Super Bowl, and we're ready to move in a different direction. Well, okay, maybe.
He's speaking for himself. Yeah, he's speaking for himself.
I don't hate him. I just don't love him.
And when I use the word hate, this isn't as him as a father, as a person outside of football.
Yes, let's be clear about that too.
Yeah, this isn't about that. But when it comes in between the lines though, like in the football, man, I don't like him. Like I've seen enough. You know what I mean? Like it's just that. Like that's what it is. It's just that. Like we've seen enough. You know what I mean? Like straight up. Like what?
And if you haven't seen enough, what the heck else do you need to see?
Yeah, like what else do you need to see from Kirk Cousins? Oh, I know what it is. We need a top 10 defense, but yet, oh no, we can't get Jalen Ramsey though.
Well, wait a minute. If he's a top 6 quarterback,
hold on. Let me ask you this: for the ones who think that we need, a top 10 defense for Kirk to win, you know who would help that? You know who would get us closer to that? Jalen Ramsey. You know who would get us closer to that? Jalen Ramsey, not Byron Jones. Not, oh, well, we can't get Jalen. Let's go get Byron Jones instead. Like, no, that's not going to get you closer, but Jalen Ramsey would. That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Can I make a personal announcement here real quick?
Go ahead. Are you getting married?
No, definitely not.
Damn, I was about to say, man, Purple Pocket, man. First one to get the marriage announcement.
No. I ain't no Super Will, okay? Remember he came on your channel and told me that
Super Will. Oh, yeah, so you wouldn't have been the first.
So
man.
I ain't going Super Will on it. I want to thank everybody up in here tonight. And for the couple people who've hit that sub button, I am now officially at 450.
Let's go.
I'm almost a third to where Rap is at, but Purple Gang, for those of y'all tapped in with me,
let's go.
It's been an incredible journey since about the middle of October. And it was Rapping Dave who finally just kicked me in the rear end one time and said, "Get your own show." But jokes aside, thank you everybody. I've been trying to get to where we got to go. So finally crossed up 450. So thank you everybody. Which one of the two of you was in here tonight that got on me, I appreciate it. And shameless plug, I ain't too proud to beg. Try and get me to 500 tonight. Let's see if we can get
man, for sure, man. We got 28 people in the building, man. 28 people in the building watching tonight. We appreciate everybody. We love all y'all, man. Y'all make sure to hit that like button. That's what you got to do. Hit that like button. Go subscribe to Purple and Gold for sure.
I'm going to steal his line. There's 28 people. There's only 16 lights, so at least 12 of you.
That's a fact. Like, for real, I didn't even do that. Hey, one thing I do know, Bob, that was Bob that said my math. Like, my math is good on that, though. Like, when I see 28 people in the building, but only 16 likes, you know what I mean? My math be mathing when it comes to that. I ain't gonna lie. My math be mathing. Mathing. Bandito, what's happening?
What's up, Bandito?
Yeah, in the building, man. All right, send Kirk to the Jets. Sauce Gardner, go get T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And move.
In a minute.
Hey, word. Hey, RH, I like that plan. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sarah said, "Go. I'll go subscribe." Appreciate you, Sarah. Appreciate that.
You're gonna like that video that I did, Kirk for Lance. You'll like that one. But and that's a good point, Bandy. Regardless of whether you're on my channel, Rap channel, hey, if you're not on Purple and Scold Media, that's SK's new channel that we all gonna be a part of. That's me, that's Rap, that's Dave, that's Gigi Boys, and a couple of others that haven't been announced yet. But go on over to Purple and Scold Media as well.
Hold up. Ricky said, more than half the QBs in the NFL haven't made the Super Bowl. Some teams need more than just a quarterback. That's a fact, but that's true. Both. We need both, Ricky.
All right,
We need more than a quarterback, but we also need a quarterback.
Let me ask Ricky this.
We need a quarterback.
Let me ask Ricky this. Ricky, between Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, do you realistically see any circumstance that any one of those three quarterbacks could win a Super Bowl, much less get to an NFC Championship game? Because all three of them, to me, are the same guy. They can get you to the divisional round of the playoffs, but that's about as far as you're going to go with them. And so I want to be clear that I'm not just ragging on Kirk when I say this. I say this about a half dozen different guys. Okay, you are. But jokes aside, thanks, Bob. Appreciate you. My point was, what is it that you see that we don't see? Because what we see is a very good quarterback that just has a ceiling of the divisional round of the playoffs at best. And when he got here in 2018, we had the best defense. Now, yeah, they fell down to about a top 5 defense, top 9 defense by 2019. So let's not pretend that for the last 3 years have been what it's been for the last 5 years. He had 2 really good defenses his first 2 years. Why don't we ever talk about that? We keep talking about let's get this defense back up to top 15, right? Okay, we had that already. And what did that get us? Nothing.
Man, I love you, David, man. Hey, David, boy, I love you, man. Like, straight
I was wondering
up,
why
man.
you was laughing.
I'm telling you, bro, like, ain't no Vikings platform as lit as Triple P, dog. Like, we like that over here, man. I love this shit, man. Like, for real, that's exactly right, though. We do. You know what I'm saying? We do. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing, and that's Dave's. That's Dave's thing right there. But my thing is this. All right, I'm gonna take it even further than that. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, I done told y'all I seen enough, right? I seen enough. So we thought he was the missing piece, and that experiment was over after 2 years. But yet we kept on, you know what I mean, dragging it on, and we're still here to this day, dragging this shit on, right? So that for that reason, I'm frustrated. I'm just ready to go, you know, and especially with the last play, me and Dave and Jamie from GG had a podcast about Kirk Cousins. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it from a couple nights ago. And I said, look, if he would have threw that ball up to JJ in triple coverage, we probably wouldn't have had that live. I would have looked at him so much different. But the facts of him doing that check down, whether, and I don't care what anybody says about he didn't have time, this, that, and the third, I don't give a damn. You didn't even give your player a chance. Some people will say, well, he did give him a chance he gave TJ Hawkinson a chance to break a tap. No. All right. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, I'm saying no, he didn't. And that play absolutely was not going to be a first down regard. I don't give a fuck. It's just not. Know what I mean? Like, and to be the leader, you should have told TJ Hawkinson in the huddle, hey, look, you need to make sure you're past the sticks. You know what I'm saying? And you should have told all your receivers that, being the leader of the football team. And if you saw something that wasn't right, you should have audibled out the play. You know what I mean? You've been doing it all year. So that's why it pissed me off. So that's why I'm done. You know what I mean? And I know for a fact that he just doesn't have enough mobility. It just is what it is, man. He don't. Like, the offensive line can't be perfect for him. You know, and even this year, as many times as he got hit, that's not going to happen again next year. Like, those throws that he was hitting, those most of those are going to turn into sacks and fumbles and shit next year. Watch, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly, man. I can feel it. That's why we need somebody who's willing to move and improvise. We need improvisers, man. And that's just the bottom line, man. The quarterbacks that are winning Super Bowls are improvisers. Even Joe Burrow. People say Joe Burrow, you know, he's not a running quarterback. No, he's not, but he's an improviser, though. You know what I mean? Like, Joe Burrow will take off in a minute if you give him the opportunity, and he'll throw on the run. You know what I mean? Things that Kirk won't do. Like, he just won't.
Or rarely does. He does once in a while, but not enough.
Not enough to say that that's his play style. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like in you, embedded in you, and be your play style. Like the one run in Arizona, amazing. You know what I mean? That shit had me lit. One run, he had another run. He had another run he had another run last season where he put his shoulder down and ran into him and ran a motherfucker. You know, like, get me lit. I like that. But that has to be in you, that you know when to do that, when it always matters. You know to do that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like we need an improviser, man. That's just what it is, man. I'm done with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sick of it. For real.
Let me answer Ricky's question, and then I'm gonna ask you about what Grandar's talking about. But when Ricky's just like, well, look at Nick Foles. Nick Foles was on a $4 million backup contract because Carson Wentz was on his rookie contract. What happened to the Philadelphia Eagles when they gave Carson Wentz his money? And what happened to Jacksonville Jaguars, who had also gone to the AFC Championship game in 2017 when they signed Nick Foles for market value money? They didn't go anywhere. Nick Foles got in. Again, if Kirk Cousins making $4 million, I wouldn't say a dang word about Kirk Cousins, because guess what? You could build your team around him better, and then he might be able to do something more than what he's doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, if Kirk was our quarterback for that amount, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to figure out his granddad.
He's nothing, man. Granddad's trolling, man. Chill. He's just trolling. He's just being funny.
All right.
Yeah, he's just being funny.
You're right. I don't know what I ever did to your seat to Cars there. I don't know.
Yeah, man. You ain't did nothing to him. Nothing to him. Hey, shout out my boy Sodak in the building,
What's
man.
up, Sodak? Good to
He
see
said
you.
Kirko just plays for the checks. Facts, bro. Like we all know that, man. Sodak, man. I'm mad you missed the last lot, man. I know you probably been working.
You better go back and watch
grinding.
that one, Sodak.
But man, we did that Kirk live, man. That shit was too lit, man. I missed not seeing your name in the chat that night, man. We was up, man. It was up, bro. Like we did a whole live, pretty much curb stomping this guy, like straight up. And there's more to come. Like believe it. Like I'm letting y'all know, like anybody, y'all see a Kirk Cousins, if y'all see a Kirk Cousins thumbnail, you better tap in. It's like that, like for real. Even if you don't see a Kirk Cousins thumbnail, shit, we might like we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, because the thing is, I told y'all after the season, we got 6 months of this shit. We got 6 months of this shit. And guess what? I don't feel bad talking about Kirk. I'm gonna keep it real. I
don't either. All I'm gonna say about Kirk is this: I am content at this point. I've understood that the Vikings are never gonna trade him away. So fine, you want to play out his last year of his contract and get the succession plan started? Fine. You want to give him a 1-year contract where you don't give him the no trade clause after this season, where we have the option of doing something with him next year? I'm fine with that too, to the extent that I can be. What I'm not okay with is a 3, 4, 5-year extension where, we got to make sure that if we finally ever do get a different quarterback, that we have Kirk here so that we can trade him and get something for him. If your objective is to trade and get something for him, then just do that now. But realistically, that way Kirk can retire a Viking. All due respect, I don't care if Kirk Cousins retire a Viking. I care if Kirk Cousins win us a Super Bowl. And if he can't win us a Super Bowl, if he gets to retire a Viking, that's all well and good. But that's not my priority. My priority is winning. My priority is this team. As Herb Brooks said, the name on the front of the jersey is better and more important than the one on the back.
Yeah.
So
shout out.
I don't know why we got to feel like we're beholden to Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Ibrahim, man. I don't want to mess you up, man. Full PF though. I know that means full pockets full. You know what I'm saying? I do know that. I do know that means full pockets full, man. Shout out to you in the UK, man. He said big fan of the channel from the UK. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, G. Hey, you already know, gangster, like for real. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you tapping in. No, that's love right there. We moving to the UK, man. Spread the word out there. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word. Let's see. Let me get Lemmy in there, man, because I ain't get him in there all day. Let me see what it's saying. It's the reason he didn't vote for himself as a team captain. How can you have faith in him when he doesn't trust himself? Any other quarterback with weapons that would have Salvate, had JJ Cook, Hawk, and company.
No, I agree. You right on, Lemmy. You right
hey,
on.
Look, we said that during that live. We said, look, this man ain't even bet on himself. He didn't even vote himself to be a captain. Like some people say that's humbleness. Look, no, I call that beta-ness. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just keep it real. Like that's not humble. You know what I mean? That's not humble. I don't care. Like the facts is, like if I was the quarterback, I would have been like, you damn right I'm the captain. Like, what is wrong with you, man? You know, like, y'all, hey, rally behind me. Facts, I'm the captain. I'm voting myself. Because you know why? I'm gonna bet on myself. I got y'all. This is what it is, man. Bandito with the Viking lifestyle. Hey, hat's coming, man. Hat should be here most likely I'm hoping Monday, but it's definitely next week for sure, early next week. Like before Wednesday, I'll be going live. The night I get them, I'm going live. You feel me? It's definitely happening, man. Appreciate it. For sure, man. We releasing it, man. The merch is coming. You know what I'm saying? That's like liking your own comment who voted for themselves. Hey, for real. Hey, look. Hey, I like my own comments sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like my own comments. Like if nobody likes what I said, at least I'm gonna like what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a fact. At least
I will tell you this right now. Every content creator, as soon as they put out a video, they hit that like button because they trying to smash that YouTube algorithm. So it ain't no shame.
And the algorithm, yeah, and like content creators. Content creators, it's like, yeah, you got to kind of fight that damn algorithm. So you trying to, you know. Hey, appreciate you. Hold on, let me get this right, man. We got the super chat, man.
Who's up?
Ray, what's happening? It say love your channel. Keep growing through the next season, Young King. Hey, appreciate you for sure, man. That's love. That's a fact, man. I love stuff like that, man. Give me the motivation. You know what I'm saying? Give me the motivation.
Rap.
Gendo. Haha, purple gang. What you been gonna say, Dave?
I was gonna say, when you play the claps, you got to stop talking because all that clapping just mumbles you out.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it makes me sound like I'm underwater in it. That's all right.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Oh, yeah, exactly. You got to show me how to do that offline sometime too, by the way.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. It's on my thing. I think Stream, y'all use StreamYard, so it should be on there somewhere. I can't understand how so many people. Damn, hold up. Let me see. Let me get my boy in there. Would you guys ever do a collab with Purple for the Win?
Yes,
Absolutely. I'll do a
yes,
collab with him, but I
in a
think
minute.
my boy big, man. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
probably ain't want to rock. But I tell people, listen, if you ever want to get like content creators together like that, what y'all have to do, like there's 30 people in the building. Y'all go to his page and y'all just comment and say, man, you need a link with Purple Pocket. Like that's how you get them. Like that's based on you guys if y'all want to see stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I can't control that. That's based on you
Right.
guys. You know
If
what I'm
Rap and
saying?
I go up to Andy and say, "Hey, can we do a show with you?" He can be like, "Who are you guys?"
Yeah.
and whatever. But if 20 of you go and say, "Hey, y'all got to
Purple
hook up with
Gang
Rap,"
gotta pull up. This is what it
you
is.
guys got to pull up on him and say, "Hey, you guys got to do that." With all due respect, and I don't begrudge him that, but no, I rarely see Andy ever collaborating because he doesn't need to. He's been doing this for 13, 14 years. So, dang, so that kid
Shout
ain't
out my
messing
boy
around.
Sodak, man. That my boy, man. Shout out Sodak, man, for sure with the 1999 super chat. You know what I mean? My
RH
my
ain't
boy, my
lying.
boy smooth with it too. My boy put the 1999 super chat. Ain't even said nothing. You know what I mean? Ain't even said, man. I ain't even gotta ask no question, man. You know I rock with you already, peasy, man. Hey, that my boy. And listen, y'all want to see some fire tat work? Like that boy, his jump. You see my tats? Like my tats are straight up like prison tats, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like they're you want to see some real tats? Go rock with Sodak, man. That's
Mhm.
a fact. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
RH RH got it
I
right.
hey, if I ever go where Sodak kid at, man, I gotta get him to touch me up, man. I'm definitely getting touched up. I'm definitely getting touched up. You know what I'm saying? We got to make that happen before we kick the bucket. That's a fact. Hey, Rap, F with PayPal for the merch. Yeah. Yeah, I got a PayPal or Cash App too. You know what I mean? Really, Cash App would be a little easier, you know what I mean? But if you gotta use PayPal, we make it happen. I got PayPal. I just gotta log back in and set it up real quick. But yeah, man, it's gonna be lit though, man. You know what I mean? It's definitely gonna be lit. I'm excited, man. I'm gonna do sweaters, shirts. I'm starting out with hats first because y'all know I love the hats. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna do the hats first and see how it rocks. See if y'all rocking with it. And to be real, I'm gonna let y'all goddamn pick some designs too, man. This gonna be ours, man. You know what I mean? And we need to get one of the players to wear that shit. Like that is my main objective. You know what I mean? Is getting the players to wear that shit.
Mhm.
Andy is too much of a homer. Rap is too real for Purple for the win. Yeah, I might. He
Probably.
might be a little uncomfortable with me on with him. I ain't gonna lie. It might
And
be a little
listen,
uncomfortable.
listen. A couple people had said, "Hey, he never collaborates and he doesn't like other content creators." I don't begrudge him that, and that's okay. That's
Yeah,
all right. You know what? Some people don't want to collaborate. They want to grow on their own. They want to say, "I want all the credit and I want all of the responsibility," and that's
yeah.
okay. You know what?
And I heard he kind of got like burned when he first started out doing
Mhm.
Vikings content creator. Not to talk about him or not to put no
Right,
business out there, but
right.
I just heard things happen, and you know what I mean. Like he probably got trust issues. I don't blame him. Know what I mean, I don't
No,
blame him. You
not
know
at
what I
all.
mean? When you get burned, it's kind of like shit, man. You know what? I'm gonna rock by myself. I ain't trusting nobody. I ain't letting nobody in my circle no more. Sometimes it be like that. You know what I mean? Ain't no hard feelings against him. But
Mhm.
hey, look, if y'all go comment, man, hey, y'all just go comment, man.
If he
Shit, you know
wanted
what I
to, I'd
mean?
do it in a minute.
Just
In
go
a New
comment,
York
man.
minute.
You in Purple Pocket and you were Purple and Gold for day. Y'all need a link. Just go link with him. But I like
I
his
actually
channel.
meant to do once. He
I love
probably
it.
wouldn't
I
remember
learn a
me.
lot from his channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When I want to learn real shit, I go to him.
I'll be honest with you. I met him once. It was at the draft in 2011, and it was
Yeah.
right when he was starting out. He probably wouldn't remember me, but no, if he wanted to, I'd do it in a minute. You think a guy like me, who's only
Yeah.
been doing this for less than 6 months,
Yeah.
wouldn't relish the opportunity to sit with that guy, him and his 60,000? Yeah, I'd do it in a minute. New
Yeah.
York minute.
For sure, man. He definitely good, man. He be grinding. Like
Yes,
that's who you got to set the bar with, cause he grinds, bro.
right.
Like my boy be grinding, man. Bandito said I'll hit him up. Hey, do it. You got to spam him. That's what I'm saying, Bandito. Hey, Purple Gang got to pull up over there, man. You got to spam him. Hey, Purple Pocket Pot. You need to go to Purple Pot. You need to go to Purple Pot. You need to go to Purple. Hey, that's how you get it. You know what I mean? And then eventually we'll probably link, cause he a cool dude, so I can see it. Collab draft live reaction. Hey, let's get it. Y'all make it
Hey,
happen. This,
hey.
like I said again, this is based on y'all. If y'all make this
Mhm.
happen, it is what it is. But hey, look, I definitely ain't no fanboy neither, though. You know what I mean? Already
Right.
peasy. You know what I mean? Because I do a draft over here. if it comes down to it. I do a draft over hit with y'all. You know what I mean? For sure. From Vikings content creators are on an entirely different level from the NFL creators, other
That's
NFL
true.
creators.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we got our own swag, man. You know, Vikings content creator, we got our own swag for sure. We got our own swag in a good way.
And honestly, most of them are cool like that. Listen, I started out doing once a week with Mike and Kyla. Then I met Rap and Dave, and then I met Casey and Jamie, and obviously, of course, SK. And in the course of that, I've done a couple different collabs with Vikings Uncensored, and that dude Rhino is cool as heck. You know what? One of these days I'm gonna get Rhino.
Oh yeah, shout out to Rhino, man.
Rhino's cool as hell.
Yeah, I rock with Rhino heavy. Shout out to Rhino.
We rock together in that, and I also did one with Purple People podcast a couple weeks ago. Had him on my show, and he shouted me out on his show on Wednesday. And one of the things that Rhino said is like, "Hey, we put ourselves out for the fans, and we put ourselves out for each other, because the more we each grow, the more we all grow better together. It's not." I'm not trying to be in competition with Rap. First off, I'm gonna lose that shit every single time. So why in the world would I do anything?
Say that, man. You ain't. Why? What make you say you're gonna lose competition with me? I'm just already peasy, man.
I know. I appreciate the humble pie. My point is that
being humble. I'm like Kirk Cousins. You damn right you gonna lose. Goddamn knowledge.
There you go. But that's what I love about you, is that you know what, you're not gonna say it like, yeah, of course, whatever. That's why I enjoy doing this. I told my daughter tonight, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go downstairs. My guy Rap's talking some stuff. I got to set him straight, so I'll be back.
Sure.
She's like,
and you do, man. You like my big uncle, man. Yeah, hey, y'all see, they look like me a little bit. And I tell you,
I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to say that.
I tell you, I had to talk to my mama, man. I had to reach out to my old lady, like, hey, man, look here, man. There's a motherfucker that I do a live with, man. That motherfucker kind of looking like me, mama. What going on?
You too skinny to be.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nah.
Hey, for real. Hey, he said, any Vikings content creators out here in Cali? Absolutely. SK, man. His name's SK, man. Purple and Scold, and we're actually part of his family too. And we do content on his channel. So Purple and Scold for Purple and Scold Media. You know what I mean? Shit, go right there.
No, I ain't quitting. I don't know, Grandizer, where you're going with that. No,
SK, man. His name's SK. He right out there in Cali, and he a Viking. And he do good content too.
Yeah.
Nah, he do. I think he's from like Fontana area. From what I remember.
That's right. Realistic Randy's in Cali, isn't
Realistic Randy moved. He's in Philly now.
Oh, that's right. He did just move. He did say that.
Yeah, he moved. He on East Coast time now, man. Shout out Realistic. That's my boy. Like, yeah, we be tapped in heavy, man. Shout out Realistic, man. I mean, One Bar and Lupagus too, funny as hell. Yeah, I love One Bar and Lupagus. I love them. They the truth too, man. I love them fellas.
But what I like about
to be real, like me, I've been supposed to get on One Bar and Lupagus. I've been supposed to get on their show, man. I'm dragging my feet. Like they've been said they want to get me on the show, and then I asked them, and then I kind of just let up. But I think I need a goddamn reach out to them again. I can definitely hop on with One Bar and Lupagus, man. They reachable.
Grandizer calling us out. Of course, we got Sports and Stars with
Justin collab with
Sports and Stars. We gotta put Jade out there too.
Yeah, Jade. Shout out Jade. That's a fact, man. Shout out Jade. Like she definitely doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? You guys
she hate cousins more than you hate cousins. Okay.
Hey man, you know what, man? These last couple of comments, man, I'm gonna tell you, this is what I really like about doing this shit, man. These last couple of comments of y'all shouting out all the other content creators, bro.
Right.
Like that's what it's all about. You feel me? That's what it's all about. You know, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like that's what it's all about. Like we all have the same goals, regardless if we have certain different views on this football team. Like we all have one damn goal. You know what I mean? Like there's one damn goal. We want to win a Super Bowl, bro. Like straight up, like it don't get no simpler than that. This is why we do this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is why we on Sundays we sit in front of a TV and watch the Vikings. You know what I mean? Like even seasons like 2 seasons ago where we started out like 2-5 and then we won 3 in a row, or we won 2 in a row. And we get that feeling like, hey, we still got a chance. Like when you're a real fan, you always feel like your team has a chance. You're like, yeah, you know what? The Vikings can win the next 3 games and get back to 500. Like I've always felt like that. I always feel like that about the Vikings. Even when I'm pissed off at these motherfuckers, like I just always feel good about watching the squad, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, it's just lit, man. We got a fan base like no other. And when I started this YouTube, I said, man, not enough people notice us on YouTube, like content creators and stuff. There's not enough big ones to where a lot of other teams, they have a lot of big content creators that really spread the word on their team, and they get new fans every day from people like that. And that's why we here now. You know what I mean? So we getting more people to transfer over to the purple, man. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Need y'all broadcasting at one of my games. Hey, Jason, you don't want me to broadcast. Hey,
No.
listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, because you know me, man. Hey, Jason, you done been on lives with me. You know I curse without even thinking about it. Like, I've been doing good tonight. I think I've been doing good tonight. Y'all let me know. I don't think I've been cursing too much tonight, but hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not control it because I can't control it. Like, it's just how it's just how I rate. Man, listen,
I would show you some
my
shit.
mom and them, let me just tell you that my mom and them, they're from New Jersey, man. Like, we curse a lot. We at the dinner table cursing and shit, uncles cursing at each other. Like, that's just in my family, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Yes, Grandizer, Purple and Skull Media. That is correct. That's SK. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest with you. We still got to redesign that channel a little bit because it went under some how are we going to call it, Rap? Some rebranding, some changes were made, and we still got to get on SK about cleaning up his page. Okay,
yeah,
we're gonna get on him about that. But yes,
we're gonna get on him. We're gonna get on him. Y'all stay patient. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna rock out with the cock out, man. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna rock out with a cock out. Hey, listen, I'm ready to get a Super Bowl though, man. Let's get back to this Vikings talk, man. We did a lot of loving. We did a lot of loving in the comments, and I love that to death. I'm gonna tell you right now. But right now, we gonna stay on here for a couple more minutes. But I'm gonna tell you what we need to talk about. We need to go ahead. You grew up in Hoboken? Hey, that's a fact, man. I was in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Yup. Asbury Park. My brother's from Toms River. Yeah, we just like that, man. So man. You know how it is in Jersey, man. We got potty mouths, man. Bro, but hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, like the facts is this, man. If we extend Kirk Cousins and this off, like, because it has to happen. When is it? When are you able to do these things? Is it June 1st or is it? There's something by June 1st, right?
You talking about the cuts? Are you talking about the re-signs? Which
so like when can you start like extending? When can you start like extending?
You can extend your existing players right now. They could announce a Kirk Cousins extension tomorrow if they wanted to. No, they're not going to because they don't have to. But here's the sequence of events. The new year starts, I believe, on March 15th, somewhere in there. And at that point, most players who have roster bonuses due will get their roster bonuses. So the first thing that the Vikings could theoretically do, Kirk Cousins has a $20 million roster bonus due on March 20th. Okay. Right. Now, they could say, for the sake of conversation, say, well, even though you've only got 1 year left on your contract, because Kirk Cousins has 2 void years, they could convert that $20 million roster bonus into a signing bonus, and that would free up roughly about $13 million of cap space. The problem is that would just push out that $13 million into next year's salary cap, which he's not even on the team right now. So that's another kick in the can, the road type of a situation. But any player that's under contract, you can always restructure their deals and extend them anytime you want to. Now, I did a video earlier this week on the Dalvin Tomlinson situation. Let's briefly touch on that. His deal had voided this past Tuesday, which means all of his dead money was going to hit the Vikings cap. But they made a deal where we're going to push his void date back into March 15th. So the Vikings and Dalvin Tomlinson have a couple-week window where they can still negotiate with each other to try to get him back. Obviously, Dalvin Tomlinson would like to be back here, but he also is not going to take chump change either.
Real quick, man, let me ask you this, right? Because that's another thing about the cap and stuff, right? How the hell is you able to push back a damn void? How the hell you supposed to? See, that's why I say, like, is there rules to this shit or is there not? No, I mean, like, is there any structure to this shit or is there not?
Yeah, when a player signs a contract with void years in it, you can either have a void date of 3 weeks prior to the start of the league new year, or the day of the league new year. They originally had set it to 3 weeks prior to the start of the new league year. The Vikings and Dalvin Tomlinson negotiated, and Dalvin Tomlinson said, you know what, I will move that date back to the start of the league new year. And in exchange for that, the Vikings had the option of franchise tagging Dalvin Tomlinson. They no longer have that option. So they gave up the right to franchise tag him. Dalvin Tomlinson agreed to that, which basically, as I said in my video, basically tells me that there's mutual interest on both sides. You don't go through all of these motions of changing these dates and giving up your franchise tag rights if you don't want a guy back on your team. So I actually think that there's a chance that there's still a pretty good chance that he could be back.
Yeah. So my thing, what we were talking about, and I know everybody said we better not extend him then, and I feel y'all. I'm on the same vibe. Trust me, we all on the same vibe. Because my thing is this: if we see a 3-year contract, and shout out my boy SK, you know what I mean, my boy SK, shout out to him, great content. Like I said, Purple and Scold Media. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. We're gonna be on there, but he thinks we should do a 3-year extension, man. That is absolutely insane, bro. Insane. That's going to be a long 3 years of watching a guy that's going to wind up turning 39 years old, right? Playing for the Minnesota, being the Vikings starting quarterback. And guess what? Yeah, we can say he said something like, and that still isn't going to affect us if we go draft for the future. Yes, it will. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to bench Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean?
Especially
if you extend him 3 years, if
yeah.
you extend him 3 years, we absolutely know he's going to be our starting quarterback for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, that just is what it is. Even if he's regressing, because he has done enough in his career as far as stat wise to where it's like, you know, I don't see Kevin O'Connell saying, okay, you're going to the bench because you threw 3 interceptions in one game or something. Like, he's not going to be on that short type of leash. His leash is going to be super long. Then he's going to be our starting quarterback, even if he's playing horrible. I can't do it, man.
No,
I can't. You have to let Kirk know this offseason right now that, hey, you know, we kind of gave you the extension on the little 1-year deal or whatever, the little 2-year, whatever. And that's kind of like where we're at now. You know what I mean? So we're going to let you play this out. And it is what it is, bro. Like, if he gets mad, that just shows you what type of guy he is. Get mad. You know what I mean? Be mad, bro. Like, be mad. You know what I mean? Like,
to Sarah's point, they for dang sure better not give him a no trade clause if they gave him a 3-year extension. That needs to be a non-starter. I would give him a 1-year extension, and here's what I do. I'd be like, Kirk, you just had your best season. We're going to keep you for 1 more year, and we're going to draft your replacement. Guess what?
But did he have his best season, though? I know people say that, but did he have his best season? Because statistically, it wasn't. I know everybody be big on his stats, but this year, statistically,
I don't care about stats. I care about the results. I really do. I really don't care. I
agree. I'm with you. But, you know, I'm just saying for the ones that, like, you know, Triple P family, we're not like that. You know, there is some that like it, and we respect them, and we still love them as family. We have family meetings all the time. But like most of us in this chat, like Triple P family, like we're all on the same wavelength. Like, it's an absolute no. You know what I mean? It's an absolute no. You know what I mean? Like, there's no debating about it. It's absolute no. And but the Kirk stands do always talk about the stats. So I'm like, y'all say he has his best season, but he actually didn't. You know what I mean? Like, he actually didn't. But me and you agree that the eye test and the results, because you won 13 games, absolutely, this was his best season.
And he was clutch at times. And anybody who wants to try to say, well, he was just as clutch last year, it's just that the defense didn't get one more stop. Stop it. You're doing Kirk a disservice by trying to say that he wasn't more clutch this year, that he's always been that clutch, because you're not giving him enough credit for the steps that he took under the tutelage of Kevin O'Connell, if you say that. But having said that, no, I go to Kirk. I'd be like, hey, man, we're going to play you out this last year. I kind of want to be here longer. Okay. What do you want? Oh, I want 3 years and I want 150 million of it all guaranteed. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Facts.
Well, then trade me. Okay. Tell me what teams I can trade you to that you're going to waive your no trade clause to. Yeah, you don't need to let Kirk Cousins have you by the, you know what? They need to stop pretending that Kirk Cousins has all the leverage here, because he doesn't. He's about to turn 35 years old. And at the end of the day, we know what he is. Yes, if Kirk Cousins came to us and said, I want a 3-year extension for a total of $45 million. I'll play for $45 million for 3 more years at $15 million a year. I'd be like, okay. Even you and I rap, even though we still wouldn't believe he could get it done.
Oh, for $15 million a year?
For $15 million a year,
absolutely.
We change our stance in a minute.
You can retire a motherfucking Viking for that.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Absolutely.
You can retire, man. Shout out Carson in the building, man. Kirk is at this point, he is what he is at this point. If he's going to be that guy, he would have been already. Exactly, man. Like, straight up, like, he's not that guy. That's the problem. No. Like, he's just not. You know what I mean?
He's good, not great.
And you know what's crazy is why can all 26 of us in the building, or 28, including me and you, why can we see that? But nobody else. But
I told you earlier, the Wilfs,
why can we see that?
It's the Wilfs. They are comfortable being comfortable.
They don't say we're crazy. We're the crazy ones, guy. We're the crazy ones, guys, man. You know, like, we're the crazy ones. God, ladies and gents, because, you know, we got Sarah in the building. Ladies and gents. You know what I mean? Like, we're the crazy ones. Like, we're the crazy ones. That's funny. Let's wait for that Netflix show to come out. Now, I'm scared of that Netflix show to come out, because I think his
I don't
attitude
even
is gonna
care.
cross
I don't
over
even
a couple people that are on our side, man. They might cross over. They gonna get all emotional and shit watching the Netflix series. Like, you know what? I think I like Kirk, man. He is a good guy, and this, that, and the third.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? They gonna think the Netflix docu series is gonna turn him into Patrick Mahomes next year. All of a
That's
sudden,
gonna
stop
change
it,
absolutely nothing for
stop
me.
it. I don't give
Nothing.
a damn what he doing that Netflix docu series. He still need to go. Know what I'm saying? Like, facts. You still need to go. I mean, and I wonder if he got a guaranteed deal with Netflix. I'm sure he did. I'm sure his
I'm sure
agent
he
got.
did.
I'm sure his agent got
I'm sure
50
he got
million
50 million.
guaranteed.
Yep.
I mean, no cut clause. Like, you can't cut out no scenes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it's like that. You know. Oh,
Yes.
this is Steggy. Oh, what's up? What's up? My bad. My bad. I know the team big over there at Skull Purple Podcast. I'll make sure y'all go. Subscribe, man. Shout out my boy Steggy, man. For sure.
Yeah, I tried following that one. I got blocked though.
Oh yeah, it's all
I
right.
tried.
We gotta
I
get
tried.
Steggy, man. You gotta go unblock my boy, man. Purple and gold for days, man. My
I
boy,
tried, yo.
he legit. He legit, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that.
If I said
Kirk,
something, I apologize. But anyway, yeah.
yeah, for sure, man. We gotta handle that. We definitely gotta handle that. You know?
You tripping,
Kirk
baby.
uncensored as they walk down Sesame. For real.
So Kirk, Ernie, or Bert? Which one is he? Oh gosh.
Kirk lets his neighbors. Oh, we about to get lit up in here real quick. Kirk lets his neighbors shovel his driveway. No thanks. I'll keep my balls.
Yeah.
Hey, for real.
No, oh my gosh.
Hey, for real.
Oh,
Hey, and then you know what topped it off?
Good, David.
Remember when he wore
That's
that Viking suit and he said that his wife picked it
Oh
out
yeah,
for
my
him.
wife
I mean,
did tell
like,
me.
for seriously, man. Like, you
Okay,
know what I mean? Like, grow some
here's the
nuts for
thing.
real.
Here's the thing. First off, you
The
let your wife
unblock
pick
is
out your
coming.
clothes.
Let's go, man. Hey,
I
let's go. Hold
appreciate
on.
you,
Hold up, man. We definitely gotta get something for that. We gotta get a chance for that, man. Let's go, man.
Let's
Unblock
go.
my boy. For real. Hold up. Hold on real quick. Let me get this. Yeah, you gotta unblock my boy, man. For sure. That's a fact. Make it happen, Steggy, man. I know you got it.
Here's what I was gonna say. If your wife is dressing you, okay, fine. If that was me, there is no way on God's green earth I'm gonna go up in front of the camera and tell the world that my wife picked out my clothes today. Why would you tell the people that? Why? I don't understand the man. But you know what? He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sure
is.
he's a good dude. He's a
Because
good
that's
dude.
what matters. That's what
all
matters.
that matters.
That's what matters is the bank account, man. To me, that's what I feel like. I feel like Kirk. I mean, honestly, yeah, everybody wants to get a Super Bowl, but I don't think that's his number one priority, man.
No.
You know what I mean? 6 Cents said this is the channel that put me on Andy for the win. Yeah,
Oh
Andy for the win.
That
He's just a
tripping.
Vikings hater, man. That boy's a Vikings hater for sure. But you know what? It's all good though.
Whatever.
It's all good. Me and him damn sure had our little words, but he cool.
That
he wanted
was
to apologize.
funny.
That was amazing though, man. You know what I mean? That was one of the biggest victories of the year for me, for YouTube. You know what I mean? Because he was talking crazy. I commented like a day before the game even came on. He came on a little too early, talking crazy, and it bounced back.
Oh, it's halftime.
Hit him in the ass, boy.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, that shit couldn't have played out any better. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if we were to take our L, I'd take my L like a man. I don't mind talking shit. I don't mind talking shit at all. You know what I mean? Like, one thing's for sure, I'm still gonna rep that purple, win, lose, or draw. Like, I'm standing on that. You know what I mean? So I don't mind. You know what I mean? I don't mind shit if we would have lost, but hey, let's see, man. Shit, man, it's been a good ass show tonight, man. Just to randomly hit go live. I ain't gonna lie. The mighty fell so hard. Exactly, man.
All right, Skull Purple. I got you following though. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Shout out my boy, man. For sure. Kirk can play his last 7 p.m. bedtime, throws him out. Yeah. You know, Kirk just ain't the guy, man, and it just is what it is, man. And I hate that we have to keep repeating this over and over again, but we're gonna have to until he's gone.
It is, yeah, it is.
You know,
it just is what it is. It is not that we don't. It's. Let me rephrase. I'm gonna say it like this: we don't think he's garbage. We don't think he sucks. We just don't think he's capable of winning a Super Bowl. So why do we keep spinning our wheels on a guy we know we can't do it? Yeah. That's it. No need to keep spinning our wheels on it. It's as simple as that.
Hold on, let's see what Michael said. If you was going to sacrifice 2 to 3 first round picks, who would you draft, or would you draft our new franchise quarterback?
Say that
Um,
again.
hold on, let me pin it
Yeah,
real
put
quick
it
so
up
I can
there.
read it.
If we were going to sacrifice 2 to 3 first round picks, who
Who
would
would
you
you
draft?
draft
Oh,
for?
I would save it for the guy that's coming out next year.
Yeah,
Uh,
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. I might wait 3 years and wait for what's the Manning kid?
Archie Manning. I'm gonna tell
Archie
you what,
Manning.
that dude May coming out of North Carolina. I went and watched him. He's gonna be in the draft
Mhm,
next year. That dude May, he seemed nice too. He seems like a Trevor Lawrence type of build too.
mhm,
He's like a real tall ass dude and can throw and move a little bit. He seemed decent. There's gonna be, that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I know every year we see these quarterbacks coming out of college, and we all want the new shiny toy. It just is what it is, man. We see these quarterbacks and we're like, no, this needs to be the year, but there's always next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, there really
mhm.
is always next year. So, and next year they're going to be just as good quarterbacks coming out next year. Like, I think the next couple years the quarterback classes are going to be pretty good. So,
No,
but
nobody from this year's draft, Michael. No.
but if we extend, the only person I would take from this year's draft, I'm gonna keep it real, is Anthony Richardson. Keep it real. Like, I would take him. I honestly would take a chance because he's the one that's a real big gamble. I just feel like Will Levis, he might be okay.
Hmm.
I even feel like Bryce Young, like, he's decent, but I also think Bryce Young, it's gonna depend on where he plays, if he's gonna shine or not. You know what I mean? Like, because if he winds up going to like the Bears or something, like a cold type team, I don't
Hmm.
think he's gonna be that good. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't
No,
think he's
I
gonna be
agree.
that good.
As far as Richardson goes, if it's not going to happen. But if he were to somehow fall to 23, I would take him at 23. But I'm not
Oh yeah,
trading up
shit,
to get him.
yeah,
I'm not trading up to get him. I'm not trading up to get him. We got too many. Same thing I say about Ramsey, about not giving up my first for Ramsey. Same argument. Richardson, I like, but I don't trust enough to where I'm going to give up my first pick and plus other capital that I'm already
yeah,
short on to get a guy like that. If he
yeah.
falls to me, great. I'll take him. But I ain't trading up for him. No.
Shout out Jason, man. He said I can't wait till my nephew's draft year. Hey, facts. And when your nephew's year comes around, you make sure you get him on here. All right, we gonna have him on here, Jason. We gonna get that boy in the
I
purple.
feel you, young fella.
You gonna get him in the purple. You feel me? Like, that's a
Mhm.
fact. You let him know you got a podcast that he can go on if he want to talk his talk. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm
he can
with
tell
you.
the people why he deserves to be a Minnesota Viking. For real. He got to wear that purple. You know that. With the money he's made already with us, let's see, with the money he's made already with us, he should play for veterans minimum so we can build something around it. He's not Tom Brady. He's not, Lemmy. I'm just sorry. He's not. He's not Tom
I
Brady.
don't expect him to
You
pay
want to
for
know why? Because Super Bowl is not important to him. He can
right.
care less what the hell the team needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think his wife picks out what he wears. I mean, let's just say that. You think he gonna go to his wife and be like, "Hey, baby, the Vikings want me to take a pay cut because we need to build around the team." His wife gonna be like, you see your two sons over there, and you see your wife standing right here. You think we care? You think we care about
Mhm.
what the team needs to build? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're gonna get the money that you deserve, baby. And realistically, that's not a lot. You know what I mean? But you can't tell him and his agent that shit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
at the same time, I don't. I'm gonna say it like this: I double appreciate the players who say I'm gonna give some back, but I have zero expectations for any player to ever give any money back. I have zero expectations because ain't none of us who work in our
Yeah.
jobs would do
Don't give
anything
no
of the
money
sort.
back either.
We ain't
Yeah.
giving no money back, so I'm not mad at him
Yeah.
for
So,
doing
like,
it.
when I hear people say like this player should take pay cuts and shit like that, I'm like, like, that's really unrealistic. Like,
Right.
just imagine all of it. Yeah, like they saying,
Mhm.
all of y'all in the chat. Like, imagine your boss comes up to you and says, "Hey, for next year, what I mean, can I take $2 an hour off? I need a pay
Mhm.
cut because we got to pay some extra bills around here. You willing to take that pay cut?" Like, I mean, it's just not realistic. Now, mind you, yeah, we're on different tax brackets. These guys are making millions, and taking a $3 million pay cut, what is it going to really do to their life, being that they've already made over, $500 million? But still,
Right.
they still look
Right.
at their money as their money because they take care of usually their whole families and shit. And
And their
at the end of the
families'
day,
families.
after football, they gotta still live life. You know what I mean? People tend to forget that too. Like, these people still have long lives after football. So, because there's a lot of guys that make millions for 5, 6 years straight, and then they get out of NFL when they're 38, 35. Like, they're still young. You know what I mean? And they still have another 30 years to live, and they gotta live off of, you know, investments that they made. Because there's a lot
And
of
and
NFL,
not
a
all of
lot of
them.
former NFL players that are broke as shit right now living in
And then I was
apartments.
just gonna say, there's a lot of them that don't know how to take care of their money either.
Exactly. So you
I
know what
mean,
I mean?
we can all
Hey,
think to ourselves, boy, if I had a 3-year, $84 million contract, what would I do?
yeah,
Okay, I'm going to put 54 of that million in a spot where I can't touch it for 35 years. And I'm
yeah,
going to take the other 30 million and I'm just going to go buck wild on it.
yeah,
Guess what? A lot of people say, I got $84 million. I'm going to go buck wild with all of it. And all of a sudden, look at Adrian Peterson for crying out loud.
yeah,
That dude broke.
yeah.
Part of it
And
is
you know,
got
and you
how
know
many
what's crazy,
kids,
man?
but
Shout out to Gronk, bro. Gronk is super smart, and
mhm,
Chad Johnson. Like
yep.
literally, like Gronk and Chad Johnson, they're the ideal way of how you handle NFL money. Gronk said he saved every single game check, bro. This man didn't spend at not one game check. He only spent what he got off endorsements. He said, I would only use my endorsement money to live my life. And
Mhm.
I saved every single game check. Like that boy's sitting pretty right now. You know what I'm
Yes, he is.
saying? That boy's sitting
Absolutely.
super pretty. You know what I mean? And Chad Johnson's the same way. You know what I mean? Like Chad Johnson, hey, that he got an interview where he said he kept 80% of all of his checks. Like he would keep 80% and only spend 20 to live his life. You know what I mean? While he was in the NFL. So hey, that's how it be, man. And like, hey, shout out to Steggy saying the average NFL career is only 3 years. And
You
I
are
know we look
correct.
at some of this money like, boy, they making a hell of money, but a lot of those guys, man, they make money for about 3 years on average, and then you know, they got to make that money straight. You better buy real estate. You know what I'm saying? And you got to
That's
think
that,
they
and
all
they
got
got a
their
whole bunch of
families,
and hanger-ons. Oh,
all
look
their
at my boy
families with
from
their hands out.
elementary
Oh,
school.
you made
Right,
the NFL. Let me get 100,000 and shit.
right,
You know.
right.
And if you're nice, you just nice, man. Some people are just super nice with
Hey,
money and giving, and they'll give it away. You know what I
hey,
mean?
you remember that rapper who passed Big Pun?
Who passed Big Pun?
No, his name was Big Pun.
Oh yeah, Big Pun. Hell yeah,
Remember that? Remember his hit is so hard, and in the
yeah,
second verse, he's just like, "What'd you say your name was? And where do
yeah,
I know you from? Elementary school? Get out of here! I don't
yeah,
know you. You got people hanging on all over the place. People coming out of the woodwork. Like, hey, do you remember that time you was getting beat up behind the alley and I came and saved you? Hey, let me get $1 million from you. I could use a handout
yeah,
right now.
for sure.
So
Hey, Granddaughter
anyway,
say, "Hey, rap, dog eat dog." Hey, I'm with you too on that too. You know what I mean? He said they got two jobs like me, so I don't feel sorry for those cats. Make
no,
money stretch. We all grown. Hey, facts, facts.
very true,
That's the
very
reality.
true.
But a lot of them don't know how to. But that is the reality, though. Yeah, you got to know how to manage your money, man. It's important, regardless
Mhm.
if you working at McDonald's or you working, you know, as a tech genius making 300, 200,000 a year. Hey, it is what it is. You got to make your money work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a damn. I mean, you can make it shake. Let's see. He said, "Would you draft a wide receiver in the first round?" We're gonna stay on here for 15 more minutes, man. We'll cap out at 2 hours. So if y'all got questions, go ahead, drop them real quick. Drop them real quick. Would you
Yeah.
draft a wide receiver? I'll let you go first, Dave. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would. I would. It's got to be the right guy. I'd take the guy from USC. I would, in Jigba, maybe, but I would definitely do it. It kind of depends on how the board falls. It depends on how many of these quarterbacks go right away.
Yeah,
It depends on how many of these edge rushers go right away. There is value to be had there, but if there are 2 or 3 guys there, don't be afraid if the Vikings trade down where we think Kwesi's going to trade down for 20 picks and get ripped off again. Trade down
right.
4, 5, 6 and collect some extra capital.
Yeah,
Because there's going to be about 4 or 5 guys there that I would be content with. But I absolutely don't mind taking a wide receiver in the first round.
facts.
Listen, what I said in my video was I would have loved to have Jalen Ramsey 3 years ago. Make your strong side of the ball even stronger, okay? You're not going to fix the defense overnight. All due respect to Jalen Ramsey, he would be a nice fit, but he's not going to fix the whole thing. If you can get a
He'll fix
really
half of it.
good if you can get a really good wide receiver to solidify that group, because you're probably going to say goodbye to Adam Thielen, where you can keep KJ as a third wide receiver and bring this guy in. Yeah, let's build that offense up and let's become,
Yeah,
instead of a top 10 offense, let's be a top 5 offense and then go
yeah.
from there.
Shout out Jim in the building, man. He said, "Don't even watch the draft. It's boring." I like the draft. Man.
Hey Jim,
I'm
come watch
excited.
us
I'm
when we
excited
all
for
get
them
on the
kids,
panel.
man. I'm excited for
Yeah,
those kids and their families and their lives changing. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited for. I love the draft. I just like seeing people happy though. To be real, I do. Like I actually enjoy shit like that. That shit. I ain't gonna lie. Believe it or not, y'all. Like I know I be popping my shit, but I'm a real emotional creature though. I really am. You know what I mean? Because I done been through some shit in my life and I really appreciate good times. Like, especially like shit like this with y'all in the chat. Like I be appreciating this shit. Y'all don't realize how much it means to the boy, man. You know what I mean? But let's get to the next question. We got, what linebackers are worth taking a chance on in the draft? My favorite one is Ivan
so
Pace Jr. You know what I mean?
that
Now
dude,
I know Drew Sanders is a good one. I think he's going to get picked before our pick though, because he's obviously
Probably.
he's at a bigger college and
Mhm.
he's been doing his thing. But a guy that we realistically can get, because that's what I like to do. I like to pick guy, and I actually got one coming out. I might release it tomorrow or if not Monday. But I got a guy that's going to surprise y'all. That's on the defense, man, and we can get this guy damn there. Probably, I don't know, man. It might be like third rounder, but he worth it though. You know what I mean? But Ivan Pace Jr. coming out of Cincinnati, man, that's a guy that I definitely, he's built like what we need. And I mean the dog, he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog. So that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, he's right. All Vikings always trade back. Yeah. If we trade back though, I'm cool with that too. Like me, as far as the wide receiver question go, like I ain't too big on wide receiver in the first round. Like I absolutely like going defense in the first round. You know what I mean? Unless there's really a game changer type guy there. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
I don't think Addison's that much of a game changer. And my thing is this, man, with the Addison thing, the people, and it's rarely anybody in this chat and on Triple P, but the people who think that Kirk Cousins would be or JJ, my bad, JJ would be mad if we got a rookie wide receiver. Well, my thing is this: why wouldn't he be mad then if we brought in another potential wide receiver one? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, his numbers would have to drop naturally. Like if you bring in
Right.
somebody like Addison, like you're not bringing him in to be, yeah, he's a wide receiver too, but he has one potential. So like, how you gonna get him the ball? Somebody gonna be mad. You know what I mean?
Let me say
Like
this
I
about
just think you need a burner. We need a
yes.
burner on the team, and that's why I like Tank Dell.
Does anybody remember the time at LSU when JJ was pissed off? He had Jamar Chase across from him. Remember that time? Oh wait, there wasn't a
Yeah,
time. You
yeah,
think Justin Jefferson wouldn't love to have a running mate
yeah.
like that?
He probably would. Yeah, he probably would.
I, I think he's going to say, you know what? I probably won't get as many targets or catches, but I'm still going to get my yards, and I'm probably going to get some more touchdowns because there's
I
somebody
won't be
else in the
triple
other
teamed and
team.
stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
No,
You know.
nobody. He's not going to care about that at all.
That's a fact. People are saying OBJ, man.
No,
Y'all really
no,
interested in OBJ, like for
no,
real, like but be for real. Y'all really
no,
into OBJ?
no. I'm
My
not.
boy Mont, man. You into OBJ, man? You want OBJ for real? Shout out my boy Mont in the building, man. That my G, man. You really want OBJ, man?
I do like
Hey,
this Hyatt guy from Tennessee that accredited just put
yeah,
in
but
there.
Hyatt's gonna go way higher than we can get him. He
Think
gonna
so?
go higher than we can get him. Absolutely, that dude's a savage. He probably is gonna be one of the,
So
I
if
would
he's
say
there at
probably top
23,
four.
we run to the. If he's there at 23, we run and take him, right?
I would, yeah, I
Okay.
would. I probably would, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not all the way in. I rather take a. I mean, I know people hate the fact of we go cornerback, 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 but I'm telling you right now, like, there's cornerbacks in this draft that are way better than what we got on our team. I'm telling you, and was way better than last year's cornerback draft. Other than Sauce Gardner and goddamn and Stingley. You know what I mean? And to be real, like the first round cornerbacks last draft, actually all of them are beasts. Like for real, all of them.
Mm.
All of them did their thing this year, and the safeties. You know what I mean? Because look at Kyle Hamilton. He was the number one safety in the NFL this year as a rookie, like PFF
Yeah, we
grade
could have had
wise.
that guy, couldn't
You
we?
know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah,
passed on that.
we passed on
Like
it. Yeah.
so and this cornerback draft is very strong, bro. So I mean, I know people hate that we go cornerback, but trust me, bro, like when you're dealing with a passing league, what is the most important position to get locked down on? The cornerback or the pass rushers, right? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like those are the two kryptonites. You know what I mean? Like if you
Mhm.
can just imagine if you could have two like just imagine the Jets, right? The Jets got Sauce Gardner. Okay, so they already cut the field in half right there with him because he's like that. That boy's a savage. You know what I mean? Now, just imagine if the Jets go this draft in the first round and get Davon Witherspoon on the other side, bro. Like, you know what
Think
I
about
mean?
that.
Like, bro,
Mhm.
they got two number one cornerbacks on rookie contract, bro. That's almost better than taking a.
Two
I would do that
receivers.
rather than taking a risk on a quarterback. Like if you can do that, you know what I mean? Like that's just you just sewing the game up, bro. You're sewing it up. You know what I mean? So, hey, I like going cornerback, man. I like going cornerback only because when you do hit and you do get a young Jalen Ramsey or a Sauce Gardner type player, you are really in a good position, man. It helps out, man, because it's a passing league, man. It is what it is. Everybody's looking for good wide receivers and people that can guard those wide receivers. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's just like left tackles and edge rushers.
Yeah.
Wide receivers, cornerbacks, the same thing.
Yeah,
You
for
need
sure,
two of
man.
them.
You need two of them. You need two of them, man. You need like look what and to be real, shout out to the Seahawks, man, for getting two rookies, and these two rookies actually panned out with Kobe Bryant and Tyreek Woolen. You know what I mean? And I liked Woolen, man. I wanted him last year. I said, man, Woolen, we need to get him. Like coming out of that small college, but dog was super fast and he's super long, bro. He's like 6'3", playing cornerback. Like he's big as shit. Like, and he's runs like a 4.2 or some shit. Like, I was like, yo, and look what he doing, man. Balling out, bro. You know what I mean? Balling out. He was like a 5th rounder or some shit. 4th or 5th rounder. Like crazy. You know, so you can get guys in the later rounds too. No, it's about body size nowadays too, man. I notice a lot of these corners are a lot thinner now and they're a lot taller. You know what I mean? Where it used to be like the 5'10" guy, you know what I mean, with a little stockiness, can lay the hat, but now it's more of length. I mean, you want that length, but you want a guy that can run too, you know? So we'll see what happens, man. I mean, we'll definitely see what happens, man. Let's see any more. Let's get some more questions there before we get up out of here, man. I know you got your daughter at your crib. Shit, appreciate you kicking it for 2 hours with the boy, man. Would you trade 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson? I'm gonna say, I mean, if listen, I'm gonna just be real quick, Dan. I'll let you touch on this because we kind of touched on this already a couple of times between the past couple of nights. But I mean, listen, like this is my thing. If it was possible money wise for one, let's just say we're not talking about cap space. Absolutely, I would. You know what I mean? Because I absolutely believe that Lamar Jackson is a game changer, and I think that he would turn our offense into being unstoppable. We would literally be unstoppable. Like you triple team Justin Jefferson or double team Justin Jefferson if you want, and then Lamar Jackson is going to just rush for over 150 yards a game, or you worry about Lamar Jackson and Justin Jefferson is going to receive for 150 yards a game. I mean, you can pick your poison. You know what I mean? So yes, I would. I mean, but everybody might not feel like that about Lamar because he's known as a running quarterback, but he actually can throw. Lamar can throw, bro. Don't sleep on Lamar's passing, bro.
And don't sleep on the fact that he hasn't had a wide receiver worth a damn for his entire career. You know, I'm gonna say the answer to the question is I probably wouldn't do it because I'd be trading one set of problems for another set of problems. Do I think Lamar Jackson is better than Kirk Cousins?
Absolutely.
Right now? Yeah. Would I, if I could
right
trade
now, he's been better than him. He's been better than him. We talking about right now.
I'm saying like if I could only have him for one season, which one would I take? I would take Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, facts.
Obviously, money being equal, all things being equal, yes. But just like I've been saying all night, if I got to give up my first round pick for Jalen Ramsey, that severely hampers my ability to fix the rest of the team. If I had to trade Kirk Cousins and 2 first round draft picks and get Lamar Jackson, and then I'd have to, instead of paying,
but I gotta ask you, Dave.
$55 million.
I mean, but I gotta ask you, Dave.
How else you fix the rest of the team?
But I gotta ask you, Dave, because you keep saying that. I know you're holding your first round pick so sacred, right? But
it's more about building up the rest of the team.
We're the 23rd pick, right? And once you get down to that level, I could see it now. I said, like I texted you earlier, I said, listen, if we had a top 10 pick, like if we were pick 9 or pick 8, absolutely, I don't think I would do that for Jalen Ramsey because I feel like at that position, you can really get a generational talent. You know what I mean? Once you get past pick 16, like it's almost like, yeah, they're still going to be good, but the generational type shit starts going down a little bit, even though it still happens, like Justin Jefferson happening for us. But the chances are still a little slimmer. You know what I mean? And I look at it like if we're only going to trade only the first round pick, like only the first round, like we're not trading the farm where we're giving them a first, a third, a second, and a player. You know what I mean? Like if we're just saying, hey, we'll give you our 23rd pick this year for Lamar Jackson. Like we're giving you our first round pick, you know what I mean? And even next year's first. Like to me, I look at that like, yo, you're not going to draft anybody that's going to bring you more value than Lamar Jackson would bring you, even probably within the first 3 years. Because usually rookies, it's rare for rookies to really turn up right away, especially defense or rookies. Like wide receivers, I feel like are breaking that barrier. I feel like wide receivers are coming out right away and becoming to impact the game a little more. But you know, like that's why I say, like let's say we go defensive back with the 23rd pick, like the chances of that defensive back we pick this year being able to play at a level that we know Jalen Ramsey can play at for the next 3 years, bruh, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Ramsey, we know what we're going to get already. So it's just like this year. People say we don't got a second round pick. Well, yeah, we do. His name's TJ Hawkinson. That's our second round pick. That's who we like when we go into the draft this year and we're not picking in the second round. If we don't trade down, just remember we have TJ Hawkinson. That is our second round pick. We just got him a year early. That's it. That's all it is. And sometimes I believe in taking those chances.
I agree with what I'm saying. If you had a gun to my head and I said you either get to take Kirk Cousins for the next 3 years or you get to trade Kirk Cousins and the 23 and your first round pick next year, and then you got Lamar Jackson for 5 years at $55 million on average, which one would you take? Of course, I'm going to take Lamar. But what I'm saying is that the problems that we have with Cousins, insofar as the rest of the roster around him, where we get sick and tired of hearing about how the offensive line didn't help Cousins, how the defense was garbage. We'd be making the same excuses for Lamar Jackson if he's being paid because he's taking $55 million.
Like the main goal is getting a quarterback on a rookie contract.
Yes.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
I mean, again, somebody up in this chat earlier said we should have just kept Case Keenum. No, we should have drafted Lamar Jackson is what we should have done.
Yeah. That's a fact too.
Lamar Jackson instead of Mike Hughes.
That's a fact too. But you know what? Like, and you know what? Dave's absolutely right though. All of our goals should be like, I know the Lamar Jackson seemed very good and all that, but we probably would be like, now don't get me wrong, Lamar Jackson would make up for a lot of those insufficiencies on your offensive line and shit because obviously he can move.
He can't make up that much though.
But he can't. I don't know if he'll be able to make it up that much. You know what I mean? And when we look at the pattern of the NFL, the quarterbacks, the teams that have quarterbacks on rookie contracts are the ones that are making it deep into the playoffs, other than the Chiefs, because Patrick Mahomes is just on a different world. You know what I mean?
He's not human.
Yeah, like he's just different. And plus they have a Hall of Fame head coach too. So that also helps. You know what I mean? Like they just have a really nice setup over there in Kansas City and everybody can't be blessed with that. It just is what it is. But you know what I mean? Like the ones who aren't, they have they have quarterbacks on rookie contracts, and that's what we should be aiming for. And that's why all of us in the chat, most likely we want to go in the draft and get a guy that can play. But my point about earlier, if we extend Kirk Cousins 3 years and we got a guy that probably could be him, he's not going to get to play for 3 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then Kirk gets hurt. Let's say Kirk does get hurt. And again, I don't wish this on him. Like, as much as I don't want him to be our quarterback, I do not wish injuries on him. I hope he stays healthy. God bless him. Right. But the thing is, let's just say hypothetically something does happen. A rookie comes in, has to play for 4 games and goes 4-0, passing for 300 yards, throwing multiple touchdowns to each of those games. And then Kirk comes back healthy and now he has to go to the bench. You know what I mean? And then he might not play again for another 2 seasons. Like, that's unfair. That's why I feel like you need to just make a decision. You know what I mean? Like, Kirk, it's over with. Now we're going to move towards the future. And that's what we should do.
But could you imagine, though, like, let's say the Vikings managed to take a quarterback and Kirk got hurt, and then that backup quarterback came in. And not only did the team go 4-0, but he's just lighting it up on fire. As much as the civil war between the Kirk stands and the non-Kirk stands, could you imagine?
And y'all know RAP. Y'all know RAP gonna be right in the middle of that month. Hey, I'm gonna be right in the middle of that.
Rochester be at.
You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at.
You don't bench that guy.
I'm over there throwing them things. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all know.
But you know what I'm saying? How much we already argue over stuff like with Kirk Cousins now. How much? Oh my gosh, that would be fun though. Oh my gosh,
you know, RAP on whatever rookie we got. I'm on his side, man. Hey, listen, you beat him, I beat him. Like, hey, we in this thing together. I'm over there throwing them things. Y'all gonna see me in the middle. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't wait though, you know. And we'll end it off like this, man. Hey, Mont, appreciate you, bro. Like, for real, that's just how it be. But we just gotta know, man. Life is still gonna be good after Kirk Cousins, man. You know, for the ones who really have faith, and just know, man, there's other guys out there that can play football, man. There's other guys that can play quarterback. You know what I'm saying? There is.
Justin Jefferson will still be a Hall of Fame trajectory.
There is. Yeah.
If he doesn't have Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson's still going to do his thing because he's Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if you ask Justin Jefferson, yeah, he'll give Kirk his props, but he's also not going to sit there and act like, you know what I mean, he has to depend on a certain type of quarterback to do his thing. Like, Justin Jefferson has enough confidence in himself. He's a confident cat, bro. He knows that he's going to ball out no matter where he go. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
we can send him down to the Texans and he would probably still have 1,400 yards next year with David Mills throwing him the ball. It just is what it is, man. Like he's that type of talent. You know what I mean? We're not talking about KJ Osborne here, man. We're talking about Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, there's other guys that can play quarterback in the world, man. Kirk is not the end all be all. And for the ones who think that shit is annoying. And that's why I argue with them. You know what I mean? Because they think that Kirk Cousins is the only guy that can throw a football, man. And it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to move on, man. I can't wait for a new beginning. You know what I mean? I just can't wait for a new beginning for the Vikings. And we're all going to be sitting here looking back on these shows, man, because I'm still going to be on the tube doing this shit. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have some good ass goddamn shows when that happens. Trust me. I'm buying a jersey. And you know what? Some of us, we're going to be split when we do get our quarterback after a couple years. We're probably going to be split. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's going to be people that don't like the quarterback for sure. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm riding for whoever the fuck we get. I'm letting y'all know that right now. So be ready to fight. Be ready to fight, goddammit.
What did we say at the beginning of the season? We don't like Kirk, but hey, he's our quarterback, and we're going to ride with him all year. We hope Kevin O'Connell can get something out of him. And when he was doing well, what did we do? We praised him up and down. We just didn't say, oh, he's God. No, he's not God. Sorry, he's not. What's up, Darian?
Appreciate Darian with the 1999. Appreciate you, hippo character. Oh, okay, yeah, he used one of the stickers. Appreciate you. Yeah, I last time I read that shit, I was like, hold on, what that shit say? Hippo character.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, Darren, for sure. You say you got a new job. Hey, that's all right. You gotta watch the reruns. Just watch the reruns. You know what I'm
if
saying?
You want more of what we just did for the last 2 minutes, there's 2.5 hours on Thursday.
Yeah, go watch the one with Kirk Cousins on the
Jamie with Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah, Jamie's holding Kirk Cousins' head. Go watch that one if you want some entertainment. We curb stomped that dude all night. And Darian, I forget what kind of vibe you are with Kirk, but you know what I mean? We said good things, we said bad things. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Called it for what it is.
Called it for what it is, man. You know, all the not the diss none of the Vikings channel, because I love it. Like we just had, I love all the content creators, but I'm gonna tell you what, some of them just be dragging their feet, man. You gotta curb stomp a motherfucker every once in a while and just call it for what it is. You just have to call it. Somebody gotta do it. I told Datus, me and him were on the phone the other night, FaceTiming each other. I told him, I said, look, somebody has to do it, man. Why not me? I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not holding back. You know, I don't care if Kirk watches this and don't like me, bro. Like, I don't care. That don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm calling it for what it is. You feel me? Like, shit. Fuck what you think. I don't care what you think. You know what I mean? The facts is the facts.
When they signed him, I was just like, all right, I see where they're going. I see what the logic is, and I'm all in on this guy. And after about the first season, I'm like, oh.
I had, like, when we signed him, bro, like, I was mad as shit, bro. And you want to know what's crazy? And you want to know what's crazy? My coworker, shout out Terry, he was trolling me, bro, before Kirk got signed, and he was like, listen, boy, y'all gonna get Kirk Cousins. And I'm like, boy, if you don't turn your ass around, because he's sitting in front of me. And I'm like, boy, if you don't turn your ass around, boy, we better not. And sure enough, a couple days later, man, that motherfucker turned around and said, guess who you guys just signed? What a nasty grin on his face. Nasty grin. I wanted to slap that shit off his face. Listen, he said, boy, y'all just got Kirk Cousins. I was mad from that day. I was mad from that day this journey started, y'all. So don't think this journey started, you know, a week ago. No, I've been on this journey, bro. I knew that Kirk wasn't the type of guy, a Super Bowl winning quarterback when he was in Washington. Like, I didn't even have to, you ain't had to look hard to notice that, man. Yeah, he can throw the ball far, but a lot of guys can throw the ball far. You know what I'm saying? And can make throws like him. I'm just keep it real, man. I don't care, man. He don't stick out enough for me. For real, he don't. And why is it wrong for wanting better? You know what I mean? Like,
that's the thing.
Why is it wrong, bro? Like, that's what I hate about some of the Kirk stands on Twitter. Like, bro, like, what is wrong with wanting elite, bro? Like, straight, when does that became a crime? You feel me? Like, motherfucker be okay with okay. No, I'm not. I'm not okay with okay.
It's like that analogy I gave to you in the chat on Thursday. I'm just going to use the guy side again. You're a band geek. You're dating 3s and 4s in high school, while the football and basketball players are dating the 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. This girl transfers from another school. She's a 6, and she wants to date you, the band geek. And you'd be like, what? Because she done got burned by all the football players and basketball players at the other school that used her as a slump buster. So she wants to kick it with you. And you're thinking, okay, I got me a 6. And then I start convincing myself that this 6 is actually a 6.5 or a 7 because I've been used to 3s and 4s. And after a while, your buddies be like, yeah, she's a 6, dude, but she ain't no 7. And don't be afraid to toss that 6 back. You done dated this 6 for however long you've dated her. Your next girl might be a 3 or a 4 like you had before, but you know what? Your next girl also might be a 7, 8, or 9. And that's the
Right.
same kind of thing. All these Viking fans be like, you want to get rid of Kirk Cousins and go back to Christian Ponder and Tavares Jackson? And no, but I'm also willing to let go of a Kirk Cousins for the possibility of getting something better than Kirk Cousins. I'm not
Exactly.
content being comfortable with the 6. I'm not.
Yeah, because
Because I'm 23
like
years
yeah,
old and
it's
I'm
like
sick of
you want to
this.
know that's how you know that they're Kirk stands when they only can bring up those type of guys. It's like
Right.
you wanna get rid of Kirk to go back to Ponder and Tavares Jackson. It's like, well, what if we get rid of Kirk and we fall on a guy? What if we accidentally slip up and trip up on a goddamn Patrick Mahomes? What about that? I mean, is that part? Can that be part of the equation too, or not?
Right.
Or let's do you one
Or
better.
even
Since we
Josh
know
Allen or
Patrick
Joe
Mahomes, since
Burrow.
we know Patrick Mahomes in the league by itself, let's just say we slip up on accident and fall on a motherfucker like Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen or something like that. I mean,
Mhm.
is that a crime? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And guess what? There's a lot of guys coming out now because these quarterbacks are getting a lot better. Man, you gotta think everything evolutionizes throughout the years, right?
Mhm.
And that goes with a lot of things in life, bro. We gonna have some real spit right now, y'all. And most of y'all know this. You know what I mean? I'm not preaching to y'all because y'all know this. Things evolutionize. And guess what? These quarterbacks, bro, they're getting into these QB camps when they're like 6 years old, bro. You have quarterback
Mhm.
coaches that are in the NFL that are raising boys when they're like 5 to 6 and already knowing like, okay, boy, you got about 20 more years and you're going to be in the NFL and we're going to get you prepared right now. And these guys are getting better and better and better every year. Like back in the days, the Eli Manning days and all that, it was
Mhm.
rare for you to come right in and be effective and be that guy, being a pocket passer and all that. Nowadays, you getting these motherfuckers that can move around and shit, bro. They're coming right in and possibly being able to play right away, bro. Or if not, 1 year later. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is, man. These guys are getting better and better, man. It's time to take chances now. You know what I mean? Like this is the time now. You know what I mean? Like this, it's 2023. It's time now. You know what I mean? Like your chances are a lot higher than they were 20 years ago of striking a quarterback. Like they are. They are. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's get it, man.
Cincinnati had a choice, and they could have kept it when they got rid of Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was about where Kirk Cousins is at right now, maybe off by a year or two. And they made the choice to say we're not going to be content with a good, not great quarterback. And
Hell
did they
no.
get a lot of luck to get Joe Burrow? Yes. The Buffalo Bills, they had what, Tyrod Taylor, right? And he was a solid quarterback, but they knew they weren't going anywhere with him, and they took a
Right.
chance. And they were in position to get those guys because they didn't hold on to um, those quarterbacks that, well, these guys are pretty good, and we could probably get worse if we got, but you might get better too. For
Yeah.
every time you've got a bad quarterback that's been drafted, you also get one where the team said, we made a change. I don't even want to bring up Kansas City because that's
Yeah.
just such a
They're
unbelievably
it's hard to compare to Patrick
right.
Mahomes. But the truth of the
Fine.
matter is this:
They compare to Cincinnati and Buffalo.
During Patrick Mahomes draft evaluation, all the big platforms were saying, "Oh, he's off script. He doesn't have no footwork. He's too
Mm-hmm.
off script. He runs around too much and has a rocket as an arm and and all this." And they got to eat their words now. You know what I mean? So you
Right.
also can't just judge a guy. That's why I'm very careful of how I talk about Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? Because the facts is people are saying, well, the middle of the season, he kind of went missing and this, that, and the third, and he's very athletic, but his accuracy's off. Okay. Don't talk too crazy because if the fucking Lions wind up drafting this guy or something, and we got to deal with a motherfucker like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he does turn into something because usually those ones that are unorthodox in college, they're the ones that come into the NFL and do their damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we got to be careful because I can see Anthony Richardson actually going to the Lions too. There's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility, because
Yeah.
there's a possibility they might strike on a quarterback.
Sarah brings up a good point, and that's the point I made Thursday is didn't we bring Kevin O'Connell in here because he was an offensive minded coach and a guy that
Yeah,
we think can develop quarterbacks? I
yeah,
mean, if we're going to say all of this, well, I want to see what Kirk Cousins can do in the second year with Kevin O'Connell. Well, then how about we also have that same level of faith in Kevin O'Connell and maybe developing a rookie quarterback into something?
And
So
I
that's a
think he
fair
wants his
point,
guy.
Setter. I think so too.
And you
I
want
see
to know
the whole
why?
thing.
And you want to know what else gives us that vibe too, man? Is like, look how hard he tried on Kellen Mond. Like, I feel like Kevin O'Connell actually, being that even though he didn't draft Kellen Mond, I think last year he gave Kellen Mond like a very fair chance. Like, he really, really wanted to see what he had in Kellen Mond. You know what I mean? And Kellen Mond just, his talent just wasn't ready yet. You know what I mean? But I think KOC was really trying hard to say, hey, this is our future. And I think KOC after that Kellen Mond situation, he's probably like, you know what, I do want to locate my guy. You know what I'm saying? And I do want to, you know, develop my guy. Like, for real. No matter how much he loves, you know, Kirk Cousins, like every coach's dream and GM's dream is to draft that franchise guy that they can say has only been a Viking and is always going to be a Viking. You know what I mean? There's nothing like that. That has to be, other than winning the Super Bowl, that has to be the utmost satisfaction for a GM, because the quarterback's the most important position on the field, and it is the hardest position to really strike gold, even though it's getting a little easier because these guys are getting much more talented every year now. But still, you know what I mean? Like, it's still a hard thing to do. So why wouldn't they want to do that? You know what I mean?
And I think Kevin O'Connell is smart enough to know I can win regular season games and I can have good seasons with Kirk Cousins. But I'm pretty sure Kevin O'Connell knows that the likelihood of winning a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins, I'm not saying impossible, but I'm saying it's low. I don't think Kevin O'Connell's not stupid enough to just say, yeah, trade Kirk Cousins right now. And if I take a step back in my second year, I take a step back. He's not going to do that. But he's also not going to hitch his wagon to him for his entire coaching career.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And he would be a fool too. You know what I mean? He would be a fool too. And one more thing, man, before we get out of here, man. We still got 24 people watching, man. We appreciate
Think about that.
Yeah, but hey,
thanks, Mandino.
Yeah, for sure. But one more thing, man, is as I want to say this. I went and watched the UCLA guy. I don't know who in the chat was really talking about him. Somebody was talking about him, not tonight, but they were talking about him on the last live. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that guy reminds me of Kellen Mond. I'm gonna just keep it real. His throwing motion is a little too long for me. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, I think I'm getting good at this. Like, I'm definitely not a pro at this shit. Don't get me wrong. I suck at draft analysis for the most part, but I'm gonna tell you what, like watching these films and shit lately, I'm noticing little things. And I feel like I'm getting a little better, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, that boy releases a little too long for me, the dude from UCLA. So I think his name's Dorian Thomas or something. Dorian Thompson. I would rather take a chance on the BYU guy, Jared Hall, or Hooker, or Hendon Hooker this year. I'm gonna tell you right now. And y'all can go watch the boy and tell me what y'all think. But his release is super long, bro. Super, and he releases it high. I don't know. I don't know if I like how he throw.
I don't know why everybody hating on Hendon Hooker just because he's already 25 years old. So what?
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't mind. I say this year you absolutely go get a quarterback, whether it's real late in the draft or somebody's there. Like, you just go get one. I think Jaron Hall, or Hendon Hooker would be available in like the 4th, 5th round, possibly. And you just go, you do it. You know what I mean? Just do it, bro. Like, for real. Just
that's
what do you
my
have
biggest
to lose?
thing. I said this the other day on my show with Dave and SK. I said, my problem isn't keeping Kirk for 1 or 2 more years. My problem is the Vikings never put their succession plan in play because there's always a reason not to. Well, we can't take a quarterback in the 1st or 3rd round because we got so many holes on this team and we don't have a lot of salary cap space. Yeah. So we can't do it this year. Next year is such a better quarterback draft anyway. Let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're going to trade Kirk Cousins so that we're in better spot to take one of those quarterbacks? Well, no, we got to keep Kirk Cousins. Okay, and then Kirk Cousins gets us to the playoffs. We're losing the division round of the playoffs. And we got the 27th pick again, or 22nd pick. Oh, well, this is a better quarterback draft, but it's too far up. We can't give that much to trade up that high to get one of those guys.
Exactly.
Okay, what's it going to be the year after that?
It's never going to be the time until you just do it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's just one of those things where, like, people, like, if anybody in this has ever felt like they've been at a job and, you know, you want to quit, like, you know that you're really not enjoying what you're doing, but you have bills and you're comfortable and you're like, listen, I'm scared of what's going to happen if I just walk out of this building right now. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen, where my next dollar is going to come from. But then guess what? I've been in position like that a lot, and I've always chose to just do it and spread my wings. And I can promise you one thing for sure. When you do things like that, it will come your way, man. Believe me. Like it will. Like when you just leave and go do, your wings will spread because you will be forced to. And I feel like the Vikings, it's the same way. Like just leave it alone and spread your motherfucking wings, man. Cause I'm telling you, once we do, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, man, that's the best thing we ever could have did back in 2023 was just let Kirk finish out his contract and move on. And now we finally got our fucking guy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Because we're
that's a
never
very
gonna know, man. We're
right.
like, we're gonna end up like the Falcons, and we're gonna let them play like they did with Matt Ryan. Just gonna play them to the final end without a plan. And now look at them. They're out here trying to pick up Marcus Mariota, and that's just gonna be a spit in the face. If we keep Cousins for 3 more years, and then after Cousins is ready to go, we wind up picking up a guy like Mac Jones or something. You know what I mean? Because he's already like 8 years into the NFL, and he's just a average, mediocre quarterback. And we're like, oh, we're gonna bring him to the Vikings now because he has about 4 more years of playing quarterback. Like that's gonna be a spit in the motherfucking face of Vikings.
You could have done that last year. You could have traded Cousins when O'Connell got here, and you could have traded all your high-priced veterans. You could have brought Marcus Mariota into this team to be the bridge quarterback. And what would the Vikings have been under Marcus Mariota? They wouldn't have been no 13-3. They probably would have been about 7 or 8 wins, and they would have still been doing exactly what they always do, fighting for the division in the end of the season, and probably would have missed it because what, the second place team was who? Detroit, and they was what, 9-8 or 8-9?
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you lose out on? The ability to start your process. But that's a good point, though. I understand you don't want to quit your job when you got bills until you got your next job lined up. But the key to that analogy is you're the person who doesn't like their job, knows they can't quit their job, but hates going to the job, but you never spend time outside of work looking for a new job.
Right.
Okay, you just sit there and say, well, I don't like the job I got. I can't quit the job I got, but I'm not going to take any effort to find a new one. That's a real good see, I thought I was the analogy guy. You had the best analogy tonight, man. Because that's exactly what it is. It's find the time to look for something else. And it's okay to explore that. But they don't want to do that, and they never have. Anyway,
y'all want to do
man, guys, I appreciate you, man.
Y'all want to do a mock real quick? If you gotta go, Dave, that's fine. I'm gonna try to find a little mock real quick. We can just run through it and see. We'll do one round.
We gotta do like 2-minute mock. 2-minute mock.
All right, yeah. What website I use, man? Drop what website I use.
Yeah, I was gonna say put it. I don't know. I don't do mocks. That's GG's.
Yeah, drop what? Yeah, what website's free? Like what website's free where I can do a mock?
The heck one was GG using mock draft, NFL simulator, Pro Football Focus.
Is it Pro Football Focus one?
Oh yeah, here I'll put it up in there for you. I mean, I just did a quick Google search. I don't know if that's it or not. So I think all you do
is see it. Pro Football Focus. All right, yeah. Select your teams. Let's see. All right, hold on. We're gonna do all. Oh no, we'll just select the Vikings. Yeah, let's just select the Vikings. And
now put the speed on like medium so it doesn't just go to whatever else, I guess. So
all right, yeah, we'll put the speed on. We'll put the speed on medium. There we go. We'll just do. Yeah, we'll do 2 rounds.
Can you share the screen? Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm about to share it. Yeah, okay, absolutely. Okay. Do I know how to do that?
I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've seen you do it, so it's all good. It's all good.
I got you. Hold on. We about to share this thing. Shout out to my boy Too Evil to Hope though with the goddamn.
Oh yeah, the claps in there. We gotta get the claps in.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's share this motherfucker. We about to do a quick mock, y'all. Let's eat. Shit, y'all already know how RAP. Let's see. Y'all know who Rap gonna pick. He better not be there. We're gonna have a vote. We definitely gonna have a vote in the chat though, man. Shout out to Eva the Hope.
No 6 cents. They don't have a second round pick, but you can make trades in this. So like let's say we trade back and we pick up a second. That's why we put it on for 2 rounds.
All right, y'all ready? Let's enter this draft, man.
All right. Let's get it popping. So
all right, let's see. The Bears on the clock, man.
You gotta hit start on the you gotta hit start.
Yeah, start draft. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Bears on the clock. Let's see. Hold up. Let's pause it. Pause it. Let's see. They got, oh, damn. They went edge from Texas Tech. That boy serious like that, Tyree Wilson.
I don't know about
all right, that. Bryce Young to the, yeah, Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right. Let's see it. Let's guess, man. Y'all guess. Who y'all think the Colts going to grab, man?
They're going to grab
I'm going to say Will Levis.
Yep.
Look at that
Will
boy.
Anderson,
Here, let's pause it.
CJ
Look for a
Stroud.
couple. All right, so let's see. Will Levis. All right. Then we got Will Anderson. Damn, a tackle. I don't know who this guy is, but must be good. CJ Stroud to the no, I think Aaron Rodgers is going there. So this shit already wrong. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to the he's going to link back up with his boy.
That wouldn't surprise me. No, that would not
Him
surprise me.
and Devontae Adams going to link back up. That's a fact. That's almost already in stone for sure, which is fine with me. All right, let's see here. Anthony Richardson to Atlanta. Anthony Richardson. I'm gonna tell you, this where I'm gonna be mad at in the draft. Pick 8 and 9 pissed me off right there because those are two players that I absolutely would want.
This Weatherspoon ain't getting anywhere close to us, though. I mean,
Yeah,
if Weatherspoon got to 15, you start making calls.
Hey, can y'all see it? Can y'all see it good enough? Can y'all see it?
I'll look on the stream. I had it a minute ago, so I'll go look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, they can see it. They can see it.
All right, good. I just want to make sure people can see it good enough because I only use one screen, y'all. I only got a little laptop, so I just want to make sure I'm not looking at the chat. So if y'all asking questions right now, I ain't even looking at it. Hold on. So I need data. Keep an eye on the chat for anything. Oh, you know what? I was watching that boy earlier, man. Christian Gonzalez, man. I was looking at him. That boy got some swag, man, to be a cornerback. That boy long too. He got some swagger. Let me tell you right now, he do. All right, so 2 cornerback. Damn, boy, the Texans gonna stack up. First of all, the Texans got my boy Jalen Petrie last year. Then if they were to do this and get this guy, their defense gonna be litty. And they got Stingley. Like, bro, their defense is going to be litty. And they get Bryce Young at quarterback. Bro, the Texans got some.
If this happened, they'd be good in a
got some good years coming ahead of them. Now, this is what we just talked about earlier, chat. Remember what we said? We said that the Jets, if they were to take a cornerback, because they already have Sauce Gardner that's locking down one half of the field, and then they turn around this year with the 13th pick and pick a guy like Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State, like it's going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous. They are going to have the number 1 passing defense in the NFL. Nobody's going to be able to pass on them fellas, like for real. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. I'm telling you. That is what you call like that's going to be scary, and I can see them doing that. You know what I mean? I can absolutely see them doing that. Why wouldn't they? Let's see. We'll let 4 go.
Why don't you hit that? So Njigba went to Green Bay.
And Njigba went to Green Bay. I wouldn't like that.
No, I would hate that a lot.
I wouldn't like that. Addison went to
Washington,
which that would be a good little fit with him and Terry McLaurin. I mean, that would be a good little fit with him.
Back up for just a quick second. Was that 3 wide receivers in a row?
Yeah, because they got Quentin, and I can see that happening too. I can see that happening. He gonna be mad because Mac Jones throwing him the ball. He gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, they don't get to play us next year.
Yeah, he gonna be pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see on the clock. Let's see what the Lions wind up doing. We'll pause it after 3 or 4. Let's see. All right, let's pause it. All right, let's see. So the Lions went with Branch. There was a couple people that had us picking Branch on a couple mocks I seen. They had him labeled as a cornerback, but I know he's a safety. But there was a couple pages that had him labeled as a cornerback, like official pages. I was like, damn. But Brian Breesy. Okay, so what happened to the guy from Clemson? Hold on. Did another? Okay, nope. All right, there's an edge from Clemson too that people. Okay, yeah, there he goes, Miles Murphy. What's the other guy? The linebacker, matter of fact.
Who's that linebacker you were talking about the other day?
Simpson. I think his name's Simpson. I like Ivan Pace Jr. from Cincinnati, but I think he's not a first rounder though.
He's not. Okay.
Somebody would probably pick him in maybe 2nd, 3rd round. I could see him going mid-second, honestly. Let's see. I gotta pause it. Oh yeah. Oh, now we're on the clock. Yeah, now we on the clock. All right, y'all. It's time. Well, I already see one player that I know most people would probably. And let me go to the chat real quick, man. Let me make sure. Hey, you keep an eye on the chat. All right. So you keep an eye on the chat. I'm gonna go right here and y'all let me know, man. Let's see what we got. We got this guy who I don't know who this is. I never even heard of him. He's from Pittsburgh.
Never heard of him. We all know
Zay Flowers. I know Zay Flowers is gonna be tempting. Zay Flowers is gonna be tempting. Deontay Banks, which I just watched him, which I mean, to me, I literally was just watching film on him before I went live. Like I was texting Day and them, and in the middle, I was watching him. So like,
which Robinson, Bob? Which Robinson you talking about?
Yeah, let's see. Who are you talking about? You want me to search up?
You said Robinson, so I wasn't sure
Robin.
who.
Oh, are you talking? You're probably talking about You're probably talking about the Simpson. I think his name from Clemson, right? Is that what we talking about?
I don't know. He just said Robinson ? So I wasn't
Oh,
sure which
okay.
Robinson he was
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
think his name's Simpson, Trey Simpson or something. All right, so
Yeah.
so far Zay Flowers looks very,
Yes.
very intriguing. You know what I mean? That boy got some swagger. He's like a Stephon Diggs, low key. Like he really is like a
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs. It says we got 4 trades.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
is
say,
it?
let's look at. Well, so what this will also do is the computer will say, "Hey, why don't I throw this trade here to you?" Now it's a little small on my side, so I can't
Yeah, I can't
see.
really see, man. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do all that
Well,
tonight.
let's go back
But
real quick. There was
I'm gonna
one.
tell you. All right.
Let's
Yeah.
go
All
back
right.
real quick.
All right. Let's see. Force this trade, or let's see, trade acceptance. So right now they're trying to give us their 65th pick. Oh no, hold on. Next pick. I don't really know how this works. I don't really understand what I hit. Like I gotta get better on my
Yeah,
mock shit. I gotta
yeah,
get on my mock shit, man. Y'all bear
We'll
with
have to
me,
play
man.
around with that later.
Y'all bear
Yeah.
with me. Hey, guess what though? I'm gonna do one. We gonna start doing mocks every time now we go live. This shit fun. I ain't gonna lie. I actually like this shit. All right, let's see. Right
All right,
now though,
so
let's focus. All right, so and
Nolan
y'all drop in
Smith.
the chat so far.
Yeah.
Drop the votes in the chat, man. Just put the last name or whatever. Just put some. Put the boy from Pittsburgh or put Zay Flowers, Deontay Banks. We got Andre Carter 2 from Army. Which I feel like I've seen a little bit about him, but I never really looked into him too hard. But I feel like something popped up. We got Dalton Kincaid, a tight end. Absolutely not. We're not going
No
tight end.
chance.
We got Edge Nolan Smith from Georgia. Got to go watch him. I mean, shit. We got Tanner McKee. People were talking about him, but I don't think he's worth our first round.
No.
We keep it real. Damn, boy, it looked like a lot of players off the board that I like. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you though, man. Is this what we gonna have? And this is what I'm saying right here. If the board looks like this, I'm absolutely trading my first round pick for Jalen Ramsey. Like that's what I'm saying. Because right now, I'm gonna get this boy right here. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna just go ahead and say fuck it. Just give me Tank Dell. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let me just go ahead and get him off the board.
You would take Tank Dell over
Flowers? Over Zay Flowers, probably.
Really?
I think I would. I think I like Tank. I think I like Tank a little better than Zay, only because like Tank also is a very good punt returner. You know what I'm saying? You watch his highlights. That boy is a punt returner too. That boy quick. And he can open the top. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those guys, he's gonna open the top of the defense and help take off some of that stress. But hey, what are they putting down in the chat?
So in the chat, let's go.
Or Emmanuel Forbes. Because I ain't gonna lie, Mel Kiper Jr. had us picking Emmanuel Forbes in his first mock, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All right, so we got a trade down, Flowers, the running back.
Oh, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah. I was talking with East Coast. East Coast was not all that sold on him, by the way.
I'm not sold on him either, especially running back in the first round. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Yeah. If everybody believes, listen, this is the thing with the running back thing, and I don't know who put the comment because I'm not looking at the chat right now, but this is the thing. For the ones who think that, you know, we can move off of Cook because running backs come a dime a dozen. Why would you spend a first round pick on a running back?
No chance.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? If they come a dime a dozen, shit, get a motherfucker out the practice squad.
Keely Ringo was Jimmy put in Keely Ringo.
Oh yeah, Ringo. Ringo would be. A lot of
people said trade down. If this is how it felt, I guarantee
you would trade down.
They would trade down. Yes.
Let's see.
If I know how. If I wish I knew how these trades worked in here.
All right, let's see. We're going to trade. So what? We're going to trade our 23rd pick. All right, I got how it works. All right, we're going to trade our 23rd pick, and we're going to get their let's see. We're going to get their 33rd. That'll put us at the first pick of the second round. And then let's also let's see if we can get the 73rd pick.
I would try 65. I would try 65.
All right, let's try that. Hey, they accepted it. They accepted it. Let's go.
You want to move back 10 spots to get.
All right, so let's see.
Let's do it.
Let's see. We move back 10 spots. Let's get it, man. Hey, I like this mock shit, man. I'm gonna start using
Jalen Hyatt. Wait, Jalen Hyatt was there?
Hold up. Oh, Jalen Hyatt was there. Son of a bitch. Oh. We slipping, man. See, that's why we ain't no damn GMs.
Well, no,
that's why we ain't no damn GMs, man. We gonna fuck around and crash the team, man. fucking with y'all, man. If
Jalen Hyatt was there, you take him. I don't care.
We had Cam Smith available. God damn, like we gonna crash the team. Fucking with y'all, man.
I told you Smith was there, but
Y'all
that's
want
all
to
right.
trade back? Y'all ain't shit for
I
that,
just
chat.
run until we get on, and we'll see who's left.
All right. All right,
And then I gotta
boom.
go.
All right, so I'm gonna tell
Uh,
Zay Flowers is still there. I feel like we got to take that
yeah,
move.
I agree.
I feel like what y'all think, chat? Hold on,
Yeah.
let me come back to the chat real quick. We traded back, man. All right, so Lamont said Flowers. I think I'm all right with Flowers too, man. What we think, chat, man? What we looking like? What we looking like? Man, let me move this shit out my face. This shit was blocking me the whole time. What y'all think? Flowers, put it in the chat, man.
Lamont says Flowers. Too Evil says Zay Flowers.
All right, so it's Zay Flowers looking like what it is.
Jason says Flowers. Yeah.
All right, we going Flowers. We going Flowers. We going to draft Flowers. Come on, Flowers. Welcome to Minnesota, my guy. Welcome to Minnesota.
Now, was that
Time
other
to
pick
ball
we
up.
got? Was that
Don't
in the
act like a
second
hoe.
round or was that in the third round?
That was we got a third round pick too.
Oh, all right.
We picked up another third round. But I ain't gonna lie. That's the dude.
Right,
Trenton. That's the dude everybody is hype on. Trenton Simpson, especially my skull bro, man. My skull bro loves Trenton Simpson.
But let me ask you this now. Let's say we did that. Let's say that Hyatt was there and Flowers was there, and we traded back, and we got Flowers later on. Plus, we got that extra third round pick, and now we'd have 2 third-round picks. I mean, would that how would that make you? How would you feel about that?
I mean, I don't think I'd be a big fan of that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like honestly, like with that 23rd pick, now that I look at the guys that got picked, I feel like we could have picked somebody at 23.
All right, so let's go to 24.
Like, let's see. What's 23? All right, so 24. All right, so 23, where we traded with them, they wound up picking Nolan Smith, an edge rusher, which if we were to do that with the Texans, bro, like the Texans literally like making the playoffs next season, bro. Like that's how that shit looking. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's literally how this shit looking for real. Let's see. Jalen Hyatt, like me and you both agree.
We would have taken if we was awake.
I probably would take him over. I would take him over Tank Dell, probably over most of the receivers this year. I ain't gonna lie, just because he really opened the top. You know what I mean?
If we weren't running out of gas here, we would have known.
We're gonna do this shit again. We're gonna do this shit again at the beginning of a stream and really work this shit for real. Cam Smith, like we even could have took Cam Smith. You know that boy representing me in Mont State right there, man. That's South Kakalaki. You feel me? So you know we breed them like that. You know what I'm saying? You better day JC Horn. Like remember that. Don't sleep on the khaki now. We like that down here. Let's see. Mozzie Smith. Nah. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Actually, you know what? We made out pretty well though. You know what I mean?
There's only 2 guys. Zay
Flowers. Right? Zay Flowers got some swagger, man. He really.
So go back up for a second. Go back up above. So looking back at this now, just the way we did this, the only guy again. If I had noticed that Hyatt was there, I would have said we take Hyatt. So okay, I'll chalk that up to it's late at night. But realistically, other than Hyatt and maybe Smith, and is there anybody in here that we're really upset that we didn't get and we got that extra pick for it? No, I don't think so.
No, not really. I mean, Cam Smith would have been another big one. I think I'm more mad at this right here with Trenton Simpson or and Emmanuel Forbes, because Emmanuel Forbes is a dog. We definitely have to. We gotta go for a cornerback, man. That's like a top 10 cornerback in the nation right now. I feel like that, you know what I mean? And I just always feel like you gotta poke at the top 10 cornerbacks in the nation every time in the draft if you can. Like if it's in reach, like because you know that's just how I feel about cornerbacks, man. You got to keep poking at them. It's like quarterback position. You got to poke at them. Let's just go down to our draft real quick so we can finish this out real quick. We'll just see, because if my boy's available, I already know who we getting. Oh, Drew Sanders went with the 50th pick. If he falls that low, like damn, that's a possibility. He could fall to us if we do get a second round pick. I wouldn't mind taking him in the second round. I thought he would go in the first. Oh shit. Oh, we traded out. We traded out of what I said it to be. Let's see, man. They traded they got damn great in it. Let's see. Oh no, we ain't buying that. What's our grade, man?
I ain't buying anything.
What's our grade, man? We got one wide receiver, man. Shit, that's it. We ain't even get to our other pick. All right, y'all. We got Zay Flowers, man. This for Too Evil to Hope.
Hey,
man.
we'll take him. We'll take him. We'd absolutely take him.
That's a fact. Hey, man, but hold on. Let me hide this real quick so we can. Hey, man, but we appreciate all y'all, man. We've been up late, man. We had a good show, man. We love y'all. Hey, look, we definitely gonna do another mock draft. I promise you that. That shit fun. I ain't gonna lie. So when we go live again, I'm pulling that shit up again, man. We gonna rock out and really like do a full 7, maybe like 5 to 6 round one. Maybe the whole 7. Fuck it, and just trade up and trade down and see what we can make happen as the GMs that we are. You know what I mean? The triple P GMs, man. Between me, the chat, and Day, I think we can make some shit pop off. So we gonna next live, man, which will be in a couple days. Because the moment I get my hats, you feel me, I'm gonna definitely go live just so I can show everybody the products of what we're gonna be representing. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tapped in with RAP, man. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all subscribe to Justin and Day, Purple and Gold for Days.
Thanks for the 5 or 6 that subscribe me here tonight. I very much appreciate y'all.
Facts, man. We gotta get some sleep, man. We love y'all, man. Skull Vikings, man. Holla at your boys.